offensive side because Anderson, honestly, he tried to pass to his other guys and he couldn't get that chemistry he had like he does with Lilly and Magnuson.
Yeah.
He has chemistry with Lilly and Magnuson, I think, the most because those are his 1 and 2. But he tried to go to Higgins, he tried to go to Morgan, didn't have that chemistry like he does with other guys. He had Higgins down the line and missed him. It went right through Higgins' hands.
Anderson looked to pass, and it was deflected and batted down by the defense of McBain. Huge bat down for McBain, setting up a 3rd and extremely long, about a quarter mile.
Manton was in the country. Beale City was in the country. Everett has to play country style, like, because these kids from McBain are big.
Yes, huge.
They're big kids. Everett they're not huge, but they've got to be able to play to that size a little bit.
Yeah, just like there. The defense pressured Anderson right away, just like we were seeing against Manton. The big boys pushing our offensive line away, getting straight to the quarterback. Anderson threw a little quick check down, had it, just a hurry toss to Swales. He was able to complete it, gain a couple of yards back to help the punting situation a little bit. Unfortunately, it was only a gain of 4, setting up a 4 and 13. But this is what's been happening against these big country farm boys. Everett's offensive line has been struggling time and time again. Defense getting pressure off. Even right there, the defense almost blocked the punt. Recovered at the 50-yard line for McBain. Spinning around. Morley, the quarterback, doing a little fun dance and swing all over the field. Pushed back as his dance and swing didn't help him out too much.
Finally tackled by our senior spotlight player, number 14, Dallas Langworthy.
Dallas Langworthy doing it on the field.
Finally got cleaning up on the field. He's cleaning up that little scramble that was going on there. But you could see he was running back and forth pretty much. He didn't go forward. I think he got a total of like 5 yards going forward maybe. But he was pretty much running back and forth trying to find some hole.
And I saw what he was trying to do to the left of him. It looked a little open.
It did, and then
right up the middle, we had defenders all over, so he saw that left side, saw that was open, but then we were able to angle it. The defenders were able to angle it, pushing him back. Now he's at the 45 where he picked it up at the 50. McBain running up the middle. Doesn't look like it quite mattered anyways, as they go straight to the 45 on the other side, picking up a first down for the Ramblers.
Brought down by number 11, Cody McCoy.
McCoy on the tackle for the Wildcats, assisted by Cade Morgan, bringing him down at the 45 on the other side, entering Wildcat territory once again. 1st and 10. It was a nice little rush up the middle. He was able to carry some of the defenders with him as he pushed his way forward, pushing as far as he could, finally brought down at the 45, giving him a fresh set of downs. Another handoff to number 9. This is going to be Brody Shearbeek, the junior, picking up a 5-yard gain, defended and tackled by Magnuson. Looks like he's been doing better.
Yep. He's not scared of contact. Like most people after a concussion protocol, they're usually afraid of contact, right? Like I had many friends that have had concussions and then they come back and they're a little afraid of contact for a couple weeks and then they'll get back into it, they'll get comfortable again. But he's not showing any discomfort from a concussion protocol. He's coming right back out and getting hit, giving hits too. So
he looks great. Right side rush by number 2, Campbell again. It's going to be a huge pickup for the Ramblers inside the 10-yard line, gain of about 30 yards. It's going to be first and goal at the 9-yard line. Finally brought down by Willie Ray, pushed him out of bounds, setting up a first and goal for the Ramblers, right back where they were about a minute and a half ago, right back in striking distance again. Wildcats defense is easing up, it seems like, a little bit from that first drive.
Well, they weren't off the field for very long, and here's the thing. It's not like they were off the field, because I think Evart has a total of 21 players on this team.
Yep.
So most of these players are both-way players. A lot of them. So it's obviously like they're super tired. They didn't have a very long offensive drive, and they got pushed back, obviously, like you were saying. Yep. Their offensive line got pushed back by McBain's defense, so they kind of got, not bullied, but I don't even know how to, like, just push, like, this got tired early.
Yeah.
Got tired early, and it's obviously showing, it's been showing all year that they get tired pretty fast.
A rush to the left by the Ramblers will set up another touchdown for number 1. Thomas Maloney, the senior, extending this lead again, 13-0 with 3:21 to go in this first quarter, barring the point after. It's what we've been seeing from the Wildcats week after week after week. They put themselves in a hole, and they have to try and find a way to climb back. Fortunately, it's hurt them more than it's helped them. But there's only one thing you can do from this moment, and it's look forward to the next play, the next drive. It's a huge kick. Huge extra point attempt. Ladies and gentlemen, like, watching it in the stands right now, we're here back in the stands, Evart, with the fans. One of my favorite places to be. We're right next to McBain's fans. It's great energy on both sides, but that kick was huge. That kick was so high.
It was high. It was not super long, but it was decently long. It was like high as high it could be. So I don't think he's a quarterback too.
Yeah.
That's a quarterback.
Can throw high, can kick high.
So if they get into kicking situation, it looks like he could easily have made that thing from 40 plus.
You know, if he can kick high and he can throw high, let's see what it looks like in the punting situation. Let's try and get this Wildcats defense to force him into that situation and see if he can't, maybe mess up a little bit, maybe stumble and allow us to have a pretty good field position after a punt. But of course, we have to get there first. Wildcats looking to receive the ball after this kickoff, down 14-0 early on in this game. 3:21 to go in the first quarter of play. The kick is up and recovered by our senior spotlight, Dallas Langworthy. Brought down at about the 22-yard line. They'll set up their second offensive drive of the game. 1st and 10. They need just a longer drive. They need to incorporate. I'd like to see them incorporate Cam in the mix. Get him moving. Get him, spinning around. He's been shifty all year since he came back from his injury. Would love to see his production on the field continue this week. Set up 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Wildcats would love a score here so they can't dig themselves further early on. Hand off to Cam Swales, but swallowed up in the backfield for a loss of yards. It's going to be a 2nd and 14, loss of 4.
It showed there with the push back that McBain, like, Cam Swales didn't have anywhere to go right off the bat. He got that ball handed to him, and he had a defender right in his face. So just miscommunications on the offensive line to who they're blocking.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what we've been seeing from these defenses. And Anderson, pass is complete to Willie Ray down the sidelines. Huge pickup for the Wildcats. Going to set up first and 10. Fresh set of downs for Ray and this offense. Setting them up right about the 46-yard line. Looking to cross over into enemy territory. What a pass and what a catch from Anderson to Ray. One of the best combos we've seen all year. Willie, of course, totaling 13 touchdowns on the season thus far. Had a huge first half of the season. Empty backfield for Anderson. Motion by Magnuson. Pass to Willie. And Willie is in for the touchdown. Call that number 14 of the season. Pass back to Willie for a Willie Ray Aiden Anderson touchdown. 2 passes to Willie, resulting in 1 huge touchdown to cut the Ramblers' lead in half.
Great pass by Anderson. 2 great passes by Anderson. The first one was a back shoulder pass. Willie went up and got it at his back shoulder and then gained, I think, 5 yards after the catch. There, Anderson put it in stride right into Willie's arm slot right there, right into his breadbasket, as we like to call it, and he was gone.
Yeah, it was green grass in front of him, green dry grass.
How many times have we seen that? Just that same play pretty much. I think multiple times this year. I think half of his touchdowns are just that play.
Yeah. No, he has a special thing about him where, we've talked about his size. He's not the biggest kid. He's actually, quite frankly, pretty small for a wide receiver, but he's just able to get that step on him. And as we know, I've played football. I've watched football my whole life. As these players know, as fans know, it's all about that first step. As soon as that ball is snapped, it's all about that first step from the receiver, and that can make or break that play.
Yeah.
And Willie has done an extraordinary job all season of being able to get that first step correct and complete it. And then Willie's being Willie. Willie's scoring touchdowns. He's making these defenses scared. It's something we've seen all year. I think that Manton and Beale City are the only 2 teams who are really able to slow him down. But other than that, he's been absolutely unstoppable this year. And it's something that, like Cam mentioned, he's a freshman. He's still got 3 years left with this program. And so it's definitely nice to see that you're going to be able to build around a wide receiver and running back combo that, we see him in the backfield quite a bit, lined up next to Cam. So it's nice to see that from this Wildcats offense and from Willie Ray.
Next week's going to be a little, not next week, next year is going to be a little bit of a different story, though. No Anderson at quarterback. I don't know how big of an arm this backup quarterback has, so I don't know if you can continuously run that play like they did all year, because I don't know how big, maybe they can, because I don't know how big that backup quarterback's arm is. So it's a different situation. I think they still have all the wide receivers next year, including, I don't think there's no Swells. No Swells. Swells is gone, so I think Willie will take over at running back, and then they'll throw in a JV wide receiver possibly as Willie's spot. So it's going to be just a different situation next year, different transition at quarterback for Evart.
Yeah, so the seniors that we're going to be missing out on next year, of course, Aiden Anderson. We have Cody McCoy, another one of our wide receivers. Dallas Langworthy, of course, the name we've been mentioning tonight as he's our senior spotlight. We also have Caleb Maxfield, who's been a beast on the defense for us. Tajan Wing and Anthony Vendel are our seniors who we are going to be without next year, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll be able to get players in to replace those positions. Obviously we've seen the backup quarterback a little bit this year, not too much.
I think like a quarter, maybe 2.
So it's definitely going to be a different team next year, but it's going to be exciting to see who's able to step up and make those changes for this Wildcats team. Ramblers are set up first and 10 at the 47-yard line with a huge rush by number 24. Again, that is going to be Max Ealing, the junior for another first down for the Ramblers with less than a minute to go in this first quarter.
They're starting to find those holes that we saw last week in this defense, running it kind of up the middle, maybe a little bit towards the B gap, which is the second hole on the right side or left side, one of the two. So they're starting to find those holes that we saw last week in this defense.
Another QB designed rush by number 1. Again, that is going to be their quarterback, Thomas Maloney, the senior. Pushed out of bounds. Going to set up a 1st and 10 for them at the 28-yard line. Another huge rush. This team, rush heavy. We've obviously seen that already in these first 3 drives.
They haven't thrown it yet.
A little bit of a kind of a different setup for the wing T. There's some receivers out there, but they're probably not going to be used as much. Wing T, like we saw from Manton, rush heavy. Manton did not pass at all, even though I was calling for it at the end of the game. You're up by so much. I wanted to see a pass. We didn't get that. McBain is another team that runs a rush-heavy offense, and that is going to do it for this first quarter here in Evart, Michigan. McBain Ramblers are up 14 on your Evart Wildcats 7, and we are going to send you for a quick word from our sponsors here on B1039.
Stop in to Northland Area Federal Credit Union in Evart, Reed City, or any of their 17 branches in northern Michigan to find great rates on many different financial products. While banks merge more often than you can keep track of and impose increased fees, Northland is a not-for-profit financial co-op committed to helping you save money. They specialize in small business growth and services. Check them out at northlandcu.com. Northland is federally insured by the NCUA.
If you are trying to fight invasive plant growth on your lake or pond, PLM Lake and Land Management is ready to help. For nearly 50 years, their scientists and state-certified applicators have provided the highest quality services to their customers. With offices throughout Michigan, including Evart, they service water bodies of any size. So if you need help containing a current infestation or preventing one from taking hold, get in touch with PLM Lake and Land Management at plmcorp.net. Proud to be a part of the Evart community. Go Wildcats!
Welcome back to B1039 here in Evart, Michigan with Jonathan Hart. I'm Cameron Miller, as 85% of the time usually, except for 1 week. It is 14.
Hey, we'll be even. We'll be even after next week.
We will. 14-7, Ramblers over Evart. Ramblers having another good drive. Ramblers all the way to the end zone. Touchdown. McBain found a hole on that right side of the defense and just hit it. He hit it and he was gone. He was nowhere. Green grass in front of him, nowhere to no one to stop him.
Huge hole for the Ramblers to find right there, setting up another quick score in this third possession. They're now 3 for 3 on touchdowns, all ending in the red zone, finishing up obviously in the end zone. Up 20-7, barring this kick from their quarterback. See, snap is good and kick is high and up and good. Ramblers up 21, Evart Wildcats 7, 11:52 to go in this first half. You can't allow those holes.
Yeah, I agree. You can't, like we saw that last week, can't have those holes in the defense, and teams like this in Beale City are going to take advantage of it and score touchdowns like we saw last week, and we've seen a little bit this week so far.
It's been thus far a fun game. We've already seen 28 points up on the board. Evart scored more than they had last week, which, you know, for me, it was obviously a rough week for Evart, but
you gotta look who they're playing, though.
You gotta look who they're playing. The reigning, defending, undisputed state champions for this conference, this division, and it's okay to be a little humble sometimes. It's okay to get humbled.
Yeah.
And that's what happened last week. But, you know, the Wildcats are shaping up to be a better team this week, something that Coach Bryant and I had talked about at the beginning of the season. As long as they get better just a little bit each week, that's all that they care about. And we've already seen more points for the Wildcats than we did last week, which is nice to see. Kickoff is good. Willie will take the ball at about the 10-yard line, down to close to the 25. Probably spot him at the 23 or 24.
Got tripped up by his lace, it looked like.
Yeah.
'Cause he was going down that right
He would have been able to
sideline.
angle for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think he would have gained another 15, 20 yards if he didn't get tripped up by his shoelace, it looks like there. So very good return there by Willie Ray for this Everett offense to give them a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, and I mean,
Because he fielded that ball at, like, I think the 9-yard line. Now they're up to the
22-yard line.
22-yard line right now, it looks like. Yeah, 22-yard line. So he gained a lot of yards because it would have been horrible if he got pinned back down deep in their territory.
Yeah, he fumbled it a little bit in his hands, but he was able to come away with it and make some progress out of it. Anderson looking to snap. Pressure from McBain. Anderson able to get away from the pressure using his legs. Gains the first down and a ton. Anderson evading the defense. Anderson finally brought down past the 40-yard line of McBain. A huge play by Anderson using his legs, something we haven't seen a lot from this season because of a side ankle sprain in week 1. But I think that was the longest rush we've seen from him all season.
Yeah, by far.
He turned something very negative. The defense pressured him. The defense had a hold on him. The defense was ready to swallow him up, but he was able to spin away, evade, and he was able to march that ball down all the way from the 22-yard line to the 33-yard line of the McBain side, setting up excellent field position.
I think he was going to get sacked within 2 seconds. I don't think he had more than 2 seconds, not even that, in the pocket. So he was getting pressured fast. And he somehow, I don't know how, because it looked like he was down, looked like he was going to go down. Somehow he got out of there. I don't know how he got out of there, and then just kept going. Didn't stop moving his feet. Just like I always keep saying, just like the great running backs, even though he's not a running back, Barry Sanders and Bo Jackson continuously
Absolutely.
move their feet, and that's why they're the best running backs of all time.
Absolutely. A great, quick snap decision. But what's not a snap decision, but a great decision, is calling Molly Cataldo at Edward Jones and Everett. Molly values investments of time, patience, and encouragement, much like Anderson and the Wildcats we see today. Molly is a proud sponsor of the Everett Wildcats broadcast. Visit edwardjones.com or call her at 231-515-1187 or email molly.cataldo@edwardjones.com. Member SIPC. If you need someone to go to Molly Jones. Molly Cataldo, my apologies, Molly. Molly Cataldo in Everett at Edward Jones for everything that you need.
Broke up pass. Their pass was trying to go to Willie. Just great defense by McBain and knocking that ball out.
11:14 to go in this first half. Anderson looking to pass. And complete to Cade Morgan over the defender's head, wrapped around his helmet, brought down with the defender, but Morgan was able to keep that in his hands and keep it for the completion.
I don't know how he caught that ball. He had the defender going up right with him, and he kind of like went around him, but over top him at the same time, over top and around him, and came down with that. That was a
monster of a catch. Monster of a catch. Hand off to Cam for the first down. They were set up 1st and 8 at the 8. Flag on the field. Didn't look like he gained any, but there is a flag down on the field.
So like I was telling you before we went on broadcast here live, we had Supreme Court at Big Rapids High School over the week. We had it Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. My apologies.
One of the days that ended Y.
Yes, Wednesday. And I saw Everett was there. A whole bunch of Everett, Coopersville, Reed City, Chip Hills, a whole bunch of schools were there to see the Supreme Court do. I think they were doing some kind of case. I didn't know. I didn't go to it, so I had no idea. But Everett was there, and I saw Anderson, I saw Magnuson, I saw Cooper Higgins, I saw Cade Morgan. I saw all these guys, but here's one thing. I didn't talk to him. I made eye contact to him. Didn't talk to him one time. So
Cameron Miller over here is getting a little starstruck by the Evart starting offense and defense.
I was a little like, oh, I know these guys, but do I want to talk to them after last week? So it was just like a little. I made eye contact with these guys, but I didn't want to talk to them honestly after what happened last week. But showing out great this week so far. Even though they're down 21-7, they're showing that spark that we didn't see last week. They're showing that spark that we need to see this week.
Cade
they only had what, 4 first downs last week?
Yeah.
4 or 5 first downs last week. We've already got almost, I think, what, 6, 7?
Oh, you did it.
I did it.
You finally did it.
I think we only have like 5 first downs, but like obviously way better than last week.
So much better. The team's, just connecting a lot better than they were last week at Beale City. It definitely helps that we're home. They have the home crowd in front of them. Unfortunately, that flag that was on the field was against Evart, pushing them back about 15 yards, setting them up second and goal at the 26-yard line. But now the chains are moving a little forward, it looks like.
It's great to see, too. This nothing to do, well, a little bit to do with football. All the cheerleaders are wearing these pink vests. Student sections, a lot of students here are wearing these pink vests for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's great. It's great to see that.
Anderson looking to pass. Pass completed to Willie Ray for another Evart Wildcat touchdown. Another Anderson. Willie combination. Pass to Willie from Anderson, setting up a great touchdown to finish off an excellent offensive drive for these Wildcats. Got hit with the penalty, got pushed back to the 22 on second and goal, but Anderson found a way to find his favorite wide receiver, freshman Willie Ray, who now has 15 total touchdowns on the season, continuing to add to those stats, continuing to be the powerhouse of this Evart Wildcats offense that we have seen week in and week out. 2 touchdowns, both to Willie.
It kind of looked like the defense kind of lost him.
Yeah.
I don't know how you lose Willie. Don't ask me that, but it looked like they kind of lost him, and he was wide open for a catch in the end zone.
I mean, it was beautiful. It was a pretty routine pass from Anderson, something that we've normally seen, a little bit of a lob up to Willie. We've seen it quite often, especially when we get down in this red zone area, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful routine pass to end in 6 points. Ramblers now up 21-14. And just like that, Wildcats are continuing to stay in this game. They're not letting the point differential hurt them. It seems like obviously they want to use it as motivation, and they're just doing an excellent job at doing so. Now only down 7, 10:26 to go in this first half.
They must have seen something in their film that they watched this week on McBain's defense where they can expose that secondary with Willie, using Willie obviously right now, exposing that secondary for Willie to get open. And I think they obviously saw something in that defense to expose them right now like they are.
Yeah, and it's fantastic to see. Like we said, Ramblers have 21 points on the board, but the Wildcats defense hasn't been awful. The points don't tell the full story. The defense has not been bad. McBain's offense has just been right there. Another rush-heavy team, like we said.
Big.
They're huge.
The whole offense is, I think, average. I'm going to be completely honest. I think this offense is averaging 200 and some, 220.
Probably, yeah, 220, 230.
Averaging. Like, their quarterback's a bigger kid. Their running backs are bigger, and their offensive line, they're just big kids. They're really strong, big kids. So they're a bigger offense, and they're kind of, and average defense is a little on the smaller side. To be honest, they're on the little smaller side. So they're obviously probably gonna get pushed back a little bit, but hopefully they can adjust.
Handoff by the Ramblers, 1st and 10 out of the 42-yard line. Pickup of about 3 yards. Swales, the defender on that tackle there. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 for the Ramblers, setting them up at their 45-yard line. 9:57 to go in this first half. Ramblers up 21-14 on your Everett Wildcats. Yeah, they still have not passed.
But they're running it well, so why pass it when you're
If it
running
ain't broke,
like
don't fix it. Another quarterback designed carry, evading some defenders, but Willie Ray, we were just talking about the size. McBain's a lot bigger, but then you get a kid like Willie Ray who isn't big at all.
He's on the smaller side.
On the smaller side, but coming up huge, coming up big for this defense and being able to, hold them to a short gain, only gain of 3 on that quarterback designed to carry.
It looked like he could have had that first down if he kept going straight, but I don't know if he
kind of darted to the right a little bit.
Yep, and then Willie was right there to finish it.
3rd and 3, and there's the first down for McBain, just crossing over the chains. It's going to be set up at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, new set of downs. Fresh life for this Ramblers offense. But no, this defense for the Wildcats has shown a lot of improvements really each week, except for last week. Last week was a little bit of a dry run, but it improved dramatically from last week's performance in Beale City, which is great to see. You don't ever want to see a game like that stall out your offense and defense completely heading into the last 2 games of the season, both at home. So you don't want to do that in front of this home crowd, and they've been able to stick it out pretty well. Another handoff to number 8, again brought down at the 30-yard line. Another huge rush by Brunick, the senior. Ray on the tackle, tossing him out of bounds. 1st and 10 at the 30 for the Ramblers.
Ray a little shaken up after the tackle there. It was like both going full speed. Like they were both going full speed, and Willie grabbed him and pretty much threw him down. And it looked like maybe he went down a little weird, like he landed on when he tackled him. My fault. I stepped on the cord. When he tackled him, it looked like he threw him on top of himself when he did that.
Yeah, but he's one of those guys who will continue through the contact, continue through the pain. We've seen that all year. Going back to week 1 against Beaverton, Willie in his, varsity debut and his high school football debut had 3 touchdowns and 9 solo tackles on defense. So he showed us from week 1 that he continues through the contact no matter how big the guy he's defending is. And we just saw that, like you said, when he wrestled him out of bounds. Little shaken up, stall out on that play. 2nd and 10 now for the Ramblers at the 30-yard line in Wildcat territory. Handoff to their own number 32, and another pursuit from the Wildcats defense, swallowing up this offense. 3rd down and 10, no gain on the play. Maxfield leading that charge. 3rd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Great defensive stand so far by Evert. Like, this is definitely the best defensive stand we've seen in the last 2 weeks by Evert. 3rd down and 10. We haven't seen that much.
No,
in the last couple weeks.
We have not seen
it's
a good, successful drive.
This is awesome to see. Keep going into this game. Keep this momentum. Keep going.
Handoff to number 2, Campbell, and they are going to be just shy of the first down. 4th down, which a reminder, 4th and 4, which sets the Ramblers up in a position of, do we go for it? Do we try and kick the field goal, put some more points up? You're talking this Wildcat offense has been able to hit back and score, back on their own besides that first possession. What do you go for? And it looks like they're keeping that offense out on the field. This would be a huge stop for the Wildcats defense.
If they stop them, that's huge, especially the way their offense is playing right now. It's a huge stop for them if they can stop them.
Looks like we're going to get a motion and maybe a jet sweep, a fake jet sweep, and brought down. No good on the 4th down conversion. The Wildcats will take over.
Tackle by number 20, Willie Ray. He came down from the safety spot and it was a blitz. He blitzed him and got to the quarterback on a design QB sneak, and it is now 4th down. It was a turnover. No, my apologies. Turnover on downs. My apologies. Turnover on downs. Everett ball. The way this Everett offense is going, I think I would have tried to kick the field goal there.
And that was Willie's 3rd tackle on that drive. 3rd huge tackle. All of his tackles have been very helpful for this defense. Another one piling it up to turn the ball over. 1st and 10. Wildcats 22-yard line. 5:30 left to go in this first half. Anderson empty backfield. Snap is good. Looking to pass. Quick pass is complete. And a gain of about 5 yards on that to Magnuson. Like we said, already having a nice night from his week off. 2nd and 5 at the 2nd and 4, my apologies. They are going to be set up at the 26-yard line, 28-yard line. Flag down on the play before the ball is snapped. False start on the Wildcats will push them back. 2nd and 9. McBain's loving that. They want them as far back as they can. Be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Just under 5 minutes to go in this first half. Great game thus far. 21-14. Ramblers on top of Wildcats. Empty backfield for Anderson. Snap is good. Looking to pass and incomplete. Incomplete to Willie Ray. Just a little too short. Willie had to try and make the dive for it and was not able to come away with the ball.
A little short for Willie on a comeback route. I think Willie went too deep on his route to come back, so Anderson was trying to hit him a little shorter on that route.
And that's fine.
Or he slipped out of his hand too late. So it's kind of hard to tell on what happened on that play. Miscommunication. So who knows?
We haven't seen a lot of miscommunication from this Wildcats offense thus far. Anderson looking to pass. Pass is going to be to Magnuson, number 3, from concussion to huge pickup. Magnuson has had a phenomenal first half.
Do you know what I'm seeing so far from this Wildcat offense?
What's that, Cam?
Shots down the field.
Yes.
It's like what I said earlier. They must have saw something in McBain's secondary that they can take advantage of, which they have so far, with shots down the field.
A huge pickup going from 1st and 10 at the your own 23-yard line, all the way down to 1st and 10 in Rambler territory, 29-yard line. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left. And if I'm Coach Bryant and I'm this Wildcats offense who have just taken a timeout, I'm running the ball a little bit. I'm wasting this clock.
Yeah,
Ramblers have been able to run the ball very well, but they've been taking time off the clock.
And here's the thing, though. If Everett does end up running the clock down even until about 1:30, we're going to have to see the ball in the air from McBain. They're going to have to do it going into halftime.
Yeah,
if they want us to put points on the board going into halftime, they'll have to put the ball in there most likely, if Everett decides to run the ball and run the clock down just a little bit.
Yeah, McBain only having 1 timeout left in this half. They're going to have to utilize air control.
From what I saw in warm-ups, their quarterback can't throw the ball.
He can throw, he can kick, he can run.
He can do everything for this team, but he can't throw the ball. So if it comes down to that situation, they have a quarterback that can throw, and not one that can just run the ball with the air, which we see out of a lot of offenses that just run the ball. Usually the quarterback can't really throw the ball. They just use him as a runner.
As an extra runner, yeah.
The Ravens. Not saying that they don't throw the ball a lot. They do, but when you have a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, you're going to run the ball. And Derrick Henry.
Anderson pass to Magnuson. Flag on the play after the reception. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Possibly some unnecessary roughness. Personal foul, possibly. It's what it would be if it's after the play, is normally a personal foul.
unsportsmanlike conduct too.
Yep. Moving the ball closer for the Wildcats, pushing them up just a little bit more. Love the help.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on
McBain.
McBain. So something must have been said
Yep.
after the play. Something must use. That's what it is usually.
Some words that need to be censored out if we're on live television.
Yep. So, but now that moves Evart closer, and now you can probably start running the ball.
You're 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Because you don't want to give this ball back to McBain with
4 minutes left.
Yes, you don't want to. So you want to put the ball on the ground a little bit.
Cam in the backfield for the Wildcats, set up next to Anderson. Anderson looking to pass. Pass is incomplete to Magnuson, setting up a 2nd and 10. Felt a little rushed there. That pass felt a little rushed. As soon as it entered Anderson's hand, he already swapped his body to the position to the side he was throwing to, that left side of Anderson, and just too quick. Magnuson wasn't able to develop the play as much as he could have, and he just is not able to come away with it. 2nd and 10, 4:06 to go in this first half. Wildcats down by 7 as they are marching down the field, knocking in scoring territory of the Ramblers, but they are set up in the red zone, which has been a critical factor for a lot of their non-scoring drives. A lot of them have ended in the red zone, stalled out. Anderson looking to pass, empty backfield, and Anderson, and touchdown! Cade Morgan! Cade Morgan with a little hitch reception for the touchdown, ending in the end zone. Barring this extra point, we are right back, tied up 21-21. 42 points scored in this first half. This is very reminiscent of Week 1, Beaverton game.
Yeah.
High-scoring game, off the cuff, end of the first half. It was a lot to a lot. The game was just absolutely crazy. Wildcats setting up to kick the point after with 4 minutes to go in this first half. This offense has light that was not shown last week, but last week doesn't matter when you have put points up as you have in this game. The point after is good. All tied up. 21-21 after a throw by Anderson to Cade Morgan to set up a tying score. 4 minutes left to go in this first half.
Unbelievable drive by Evart. Like unbelievable. But they need, I think they scored, yes, but I think they need to put the ball on the ground a little bit more than they did. They
I
need
agree.
to put the ball on the ground a little bit more because like you said, 4 minutes exactly.
4 minutes exactly.
4 minutes exactly you're giving McBain's offense that has ran the ball very well this game that could waste the whole rest of the half by running the ball on the ground, giving them back the ball.
Defense last drive, being able to turn the ball over, stop the McBain offense, something that we did not see in Beale City until their last drive of the game. Beale City's last offensive drive was the first time Wildcats defense was stopped them, and McBain's already been stopped, showing there's a lot of improvement by the Wildcats defense. The kick return setting McBain up in beautiful field position right before the 50-yard line, setting up at about the 47-yard line for McBain. Great yardage to start for this drive. 3:54 to go in this first half.
It was a very good return, which we did not want for Evart. Very good return there by McBain's kick returner, giving them great field position at the 42-yard line. My apologies, 47-yard line. 47-yard line of McBain, so they're having great field position to go down and score here.
Hand off, not a surprise, but hand off to number 33. That is going to be Landon Kurt, the junior, gaining of about 6 on that rush, setting him up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line. Clock is ticking. Lucha on the tackle for the Wildcats. First time we've said his name tonight, but not first time we've said him this season. He's been great on the defense for the Wildcats, coming up with great tackles and great stops when he's needed. Little fake handoff to number 24 for the Ramblers. Max Ealing, the junior, the ball carry again. Handed it off. They originally handed it off to Kurt. Kurt then handed it back to Ealing, my apologies there, for a great pickup. Ball set up 25-yard line, 1st and 10. McBain gets the ball at the start of the half. Run up the middle for the Ramblers. Finally brought down. Kurt up the middle. Going to set up a 2nd down and 5 for the Ramblers on the 20-yard line. Willie Ray helped out with that tackle there. What a shocker. Seeing him all over the place, all over the field all night so far. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in this first half of play. Handed off once again to number 33, Kurt. Picked up just a couple yards on that rush. Going to be about a 3rd and 1.
But this is what we did not want. They're wasting the clock like we said they could possibly do. Waste the clock with their run game that they have. And Evart has 3 timeouts though left to spare, and they're not using one yet. So we got to see. They got to use a timeout at some point here.
They have to. There's still 1:40 left, and it's going to be just short of the touchdown. Anderson being able to knock him out of bounds before reaching for that pylon. It's going to be short of about a yard. Going to be set up 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. 2-yard line, my apologies. For the Ramblers, 1:35 to go.
It really helps with him going out of bounds, though. That
Stop the clock.
That stops the clock, and that still gives Evart 3 timeouts.
And honestly,
I would here personally
let him score. Let them score.
Yes.
You get the ball, 1:35. You have 3 timeouts left. Wildcats offense has been explosive so far tonight, showing lights from week 1 and week 3. Beaverton, Lake City.
Let them score here. You get the ball back.
Hand off, and he is in for another touchdown for the Ramblers. Finally able to get out of their funk they had for a second. Retaking the lead, 27-21 over the Wildcats, 1:28 to go. Looking for the point after try. Nice drive for the Ramblers. Like we said, unfortunately, would have wished that the Wildcats wasted some more clock on that last offensive drive there. We're not able to do so. Gave the ball back to the Ramblers. 4 minutes flat on this drive. Wasted 2.5 minutes on it. 1:30 left before they score. Still is going to give Evart some time to play with. You know, maybe at least getting down, maybe kick a field goal, scoring a touchdown, hopefully.
The way their offense is going right now, I could see a touchdown possibly, but I could also see this McBain defense playing a little bit of prevent defense. Not letting them take their shots down the field. But if you see that, if Everett's offense sees that, take advantage and take those little short yard 1st down plays. Like even if it's just a little slant route, you see they're dropping back in their prevent defense. You got to read that as a quarterback as Anderson. You got to read that as a wide receiver for Evart. You got to run that little slant route, and you're going to get a 1st down possibly.
If you could even run like a double slant, if you could get Magnuson on the left and you get Willie on the right, run a double slant. The defense isn't going to know who they want to cover because they've both been explosive receivers for Anderson all night. Possibly turn into one of the men falling back and throwing into double coverage for one of our slant receivers, and I feel like a double slant at some point on this drive would be beneficial for this offense.
Aiden has to read, though. He has to be the quarterback we know he is on this drive and see if that defense is dropping into prevent, not letting them take the deep shots that they have been, and take those little short route gains. Because they have 3 times to work with, so they can take those short route gains.
1:28 to go. Kick by the Ramblers. Touched before it goes out of bounds. But it looks like a flag was dropped beforehand for the ball leaving the playing field. Minute 28, Ramblers 28, Wildcats 21. Wildcats taking the ball over, minute 28 to go in this first half of play, this first explosive half of play. We have seen points after points after points. There's only been 2 drives so far tonight that neither team has scored, one for both sides. It's been a great outcome for both teams thus far in this game. First 30 minutes of play have been absolutely fantastic on both sides of the ball.
There's an argument with the refs and the coaches here, because I think that kid did hit it, keep it in play, it landed in play, and then he swatted it back into play, but the ref is saying it went out of bounds and threw the flag. I'm
wondering if he saw the defender's foot maybe step out while trying to go for it. We can't see from up here. Players are covering it.
The ball will be placed on the 35-yard line.
But by rule, the ball is going to be placed out, set up at the 35-yard line for the Wildcats, which helps them amazingly.
Yeah.
Minute 28, you're set up 1st and 10 at the 35. You're already, 45 yards out from field goal range. 3 timeouts. Empty backfield for Aiden. Snap is out. He's looking to pass to number 14, Dallas Langworthy. Pass is complete. He's at the 10, at the 5. Our senior spotlight, Dallas Langworthy, in for the touchdown. Evart Wildcats, 1 play, 11 seconds. Dallas Langworthy, number 14, ending in the end zone, 27-28. Game's about to be tied up again. What a ball. Dallas comes down with it. Looks like he wobbled it a little bit in the air, returned it back to his body, ran the length of the field, and was able to end this quick drive with a touchdown. Dallas showing why he is tonight's senior spotlight.
Great patience by Anderson. He had to wait just a couple extra seconds. Great blocking by the offensive line, by the way.
Amazing. Being able to adjust
yes.
from the first few drives.
Yes. Great offensive line blocking there to keep Anderson clean in the pocket. Anderson, with a clean pocket, has that extra time and takes advantage of the extra time and throws an absolute dime to Dallas Langworthy down the field for a touchdown.
It's going to be a 65-yard touchdown for Langworthy. Minute 17, all tied up. 28 Ramblers, 28 Wildcats. Minute 17, I personally play risky, play fun, maybe a little onside action.
But here's the thing. Now McBain could throw, like I said, they could be throwing the ball. We haven't seen that yet.
We have not seen that yet.
We have not seen the ball in the air for McBain yet. We have seen it almost every single play for Evart. They like throwing the ball. When you have a quarterback like Anderson, you throw the ball all the time. Why not, right? You have the wide receiver core you have. Throw the ball. McBain has not thrown the ball yet, and I would like to see them throw the ball. And here we go. Evart cheerleaders doing their 28 push-ups. 28 push-ups.
Get down.
I would not be doing that. I'm an athletic person, but I would not be doing 28 push-ups for a score.
So I last week for Ferris State football scored 58 points in the game. I was wearing, I have the Spider-Man costume that I wear for the kids for some of these games. I go to professional games in them, but I told myself, I said, Self, you're Spider-Man today. You're doing a push-up for every point that the Bulldogs put up on the board. Not as they score, at the end of the game. So at the end of the game, I had a whole bunch of people around me, from security to our AD, Steve Broncobank. Him and some of his guests were there watching. Cranked out 58 push-ups.
How'd that go? How did you feel after that?
I kind of laid on the floor for about 20 minutes after that before I could get up.
A little sore, definitely, after that.
Hand off to Campbell, number 2 for the Ramblers. stepped out of bounds before he could reach the 50-yard line.
Everett can't have that happen, though, especially their offense is obviously playing amazing right now. Absolutely amazing right now. But this defense has got to step up. They cannot keep letting McBain run the ball like they are. They got to step up and stop this McBain offense.
Yeah, and I mean, you got a minute 3 to go in this half. One timeout for the Ramblers. They're now 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. You know, there's a lot that you can do if you're the Wildcats defense. You know that they're probably going to run it. So block those edges.
Though, so you never know.
Oh, looking to pass, a little juked out. Fake pass. Pass is complete. Looked like he wasn't gonna, then looked like he was going to, then it looked like he was gonna run. Pass complete to number 24 for the Ramblers. Max Ealing set up another first down.
Great catch by their wide receiver there, because it was a bullet pass, a little very wobbly pass.
You can tell they don't throw often.
Yeah, well, it was on the run, so it was kind of like a little wobbly, but it was behind him, and he turned around and caught it. Great catch there by McBain's wide receiver.
Another, great play from McBain, this time in the passing sense. Now, I'm more entertained than I was against Manton, seeing no passing plays, so that's nice. Everett using their first time out of the half with 55.8 seconds to go in this first half. Ramblers up 28. Ramblers and Wildcats are tied 28 all. And we're going to send you to a quick word from our sponsors here on B1039.
Worth Landscaping, a second-generation business, has been a proud supporter of Everett Public Schools and all Everett athletics for more than 25 years. Worth Landscaping specializes in irrigation systems, landscape design, hardscapes, hydroseeding, lawn care, to commercial snow and ice removal in the winter. Contact Josh Worth at 231-349-5693 or Tyler Worth 231-629-5150. It'll be worth the call. Worth Landscaping.
WBZX, Big Rapids.
Upgrade your retail space with reliable store fixtures from Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures, Michigan's trusted source for quality used retail equipment. They deliver across the state, specializing in used Lozier retail shelving, true glass door coolers and freezers, pallet racking and commercial safes, plus complete store packouts, relocations, and on-site liquidation sales. Contact them today at 616-426-1247 or visit MillerLiquidations.com.
Welcome back to B1039, the home of your Everett Wildcats. I'm Jonathan Hart with Cameron Miller, and we are watching a beautiful masterpiece of a game unfold before our eyes here in Everett, Michigan. All tied up 28 all, 55.8 seconds to go in this first half. Handoff to Campbell from the Ramblers, and number 2, Campbell is going to make it all the way down to about the 1-yard line, 2-yard line once again. Anderson, back-to-back drives, saving touchdowns, knocking each of the running backs out at the 2-yard line. 47.7 seconds left to play. 1st and 2 at the 2. Coach is wondering why it wasn't a touchdown. He thought that maybe the ball got past the pylon before Campbell got brought out.
I think he scored. That ref was a little slow off the bat to run with the receiver. He was a good 15 yards behind, and I don't know what he saw, but it looked like he was clearly in for a touchdown.
Clock is running. Everett was calling for a timeout for 10 seconds there. The ref was not seeing it. Coach is coming up 15 yards onto the field trying to say, hey, I'm calling for my timeout. McBain's coaches are talking with their players, trying to figure everything out. Lost like 15 seconds there on the clock. 34 even left here in this first half. 1st and 2 at the 2-yard line.
The refs are having a little bit of
chit chat.
Little issue. I'm gonna be honest. A little bit of issues here in the late second quarter. The Everett coaches are now yelling at him because they wanted a timeout. They weren't getting it, and then McBain's coaches wanted a touchdown when it clearly, I think, was a touchdown. And the ref was 15 yards behind the play and called him out, which you can't really do that. If you clearly see that he's over the pylon, and you're 15
As long
yards
as that
behind
ball
the
is
play,
past the pylon before you are out, that ball is the only thing that matters before or after the pylon. If it touches, if it's past the pylon, and you are still in bounds for even a second, it does not matter where your body ends as long as that football is touching or beyond that pylon.
and I think that was a touchdown for McBain there, and the ref, I think it was that same ref too earlier that called that kick out of bounds, which I don't think it was. So I think there's a little miscommunication between the refs right now.
And Morley, the quarterback, up for the touchdown. 31.4 seconds left in this first half. Ramblers regaining the lead once again. This crowd has been going pretty well all night on both sides. Ramblers now up 34-28 before the kick. We could very well, we said this in week 1 in Beaverton. Said it in week 1 in the press box. This was the talk of the press box during halftime. We could very well here see a 100 bomb between the two teams.
There's a possibility right now the way the game's going, and you never know with Everett's offense, the way they've been playing too, so you never know what's going to happen.
Ramblers just scored a 2-point conversion, 36-28 on top of the Wildcats right now. 31.4 to go in this first half. Hoping for maybe another one play touchdown in 11 seconds.
Hopefully, but you know why I think they scored that 2-point conversion? Because they've looked at the stats. Because they've looked at the stats and they've seen the video of Evart trying to go for 2-point conversions, and they clearly have struggled pretty badly.
They hit a brick wall up there at the 5-yard line.
Yes, of course, on the course of the year. So I think that's why they went for the 2-point conversion, because I don't think they knew it was going to be this close. I
didn't think it was going to be this close.
I had a gut feeling. Honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. Watching warm-ups, I had a gut feeling that it could be a good game. But that's why I think they went for the 2 points, because Everett has obviously struggled with 2-point conversions over the course of the year.
Yeah, not being able to produce as many as they'd like to. Obviously, that's what held them in week 1 against Beaverton. That's what held them in week 2 against Houghton Lake. The Wildcats could very well be looking at a 3-0 start on the season. Instead, they started 1-2. Those 2-point conversions really hurt in that first third of the season there, but they've been able to learn from it, start kicking the point after, and doing what they can.
Deep kick taken by number 14,
Langworthy with the kick return down at about the 19-yard line. 26 seconds left. There's 2 options you got here: deep bomb, or you kneel it out to the half.
Deep bomb. I think the way they've been playing, you go deep bomb. But Aiden has got to see this defense if they're playing prevent, which it looks like they are dropping one safety deep, so you could do it. Right now it looks like they're just dropping the one safety deep. So there's a chance for another deep play here for Evart. And they still have 1 timeout.
1 timeout left on both teams for both of them. So you could, mid-size pass, timeout, try and get another chunk.
Dropping to cover 2 for McBain, so you don't want to go a little behind. Langworthy there, the intended receiver, a little behind him, trying to hit him down the sideline, just a little behind. 2nd down and 22 seconds left in the first half.
There is a flag down on the play. Holding on the offense. It's going to push the Wildcats back a little more. It's going to hurt pretty bad. It's a holding call. It's going to set them up first and 20 at the 9-yard line. Absolutely brutal for this Wildcats offense. Still have a timeout, 22.5. Empty backfield for Anderson. 2 receivers on his left, 3 on his right. Pass is complete to Magnuson. Up in the air. Looking for the timeout. Get the timeout. Down at the 35-yard line. Did not get the timeout. Spikes the ball. 11.5 to go.
Smart. Honestly, a smart play. First down, stops the clock until the ball's set.
Keep that timeout.
Yep, keep that timeout. Get the ball back to Anderson. Spike it. Great play call. I honestly think that's a great play call there by Ben Bryant.
The only problem is 11.5. Yes, you have a timeout. As long as, you get a first down and you can stop that clock. We're at the 32-yard line. Still got a whole bunch of grass to go before you get into that end zone. Obviously, empty backfield for Anderson. Looking to pass, running out, getting pressured by McBain. Stumbling all over the field. Anderson, complete, stepped out of bounds. 0.5 seconds in this half. Pass to Willie Ray. 0.5 left in this first half. First down and 10.
Aiden could have gone down at least 3 times there. He kept slipping.
Stayed up.
Yeah, kept slipping and stayed up. Threw a beautiful pass to Willie. Great job by Willie to get open. Everett's going to use their last time out here of the half with 0.3 seconds left on the clock now. So let's see.
0.3.
I would like to see, and here's the thing, it doesn't stop obviously at 0 seconds. Like, the play's not over. You get to play this play fully. So obviously it's going to be an end zone shot here, I think. Most likely going to be an end zone shot here. So it would be pretty sick if they got a touchdown here.
I have never seen as close to halftime time on the clock as we are seeing right now. 0.3. That is 3 milliseconds left on the clock. 3. If Willie would have just took one extra breath, the half would be done.
Yeah.
If Willie blinked, it would be done. If Willie did anything, this half would be done. Instead, we have 0.3 seconds left to go. You got a shot for the end zone. Obviously, you're going to have an empty backfield here for Anderson.
Obviously, McBain's going to play zone coverage.
Very deep.
They're going to back off.
Playing deep. Motion for Willie. Anderson looking to pass. Pass is complete, and it is a fumble. And McBain looks like they're going to take it almost all the way, but brought down, saving the touchdown at the half. What a way to end this half. Aiden passed it. Pass is caught. Went to lateral it back. Fumbled it. McBain recovers near the 30-yard line, marches the ball all the way down to close to about the 20-yard line, finally knocked down, saving a touchdown. There's a flag on the play. So much going on, so much that has happened in this 0.3 seconds from this play. McBain running off the field. There was a flag. It's going to be a personal foul against the Ramblers. Doesn't really do much. Still ends the half. 36 for the Ramblers, 28 for the Wildcats. Ramblers will be getting the ball at halftime. What a game we have seen so far. A game of many tales, a game of many sides. Absolutely amazing performances for both the Ramblers and the Wildcats in this first half. 30 minutes of play so far, and we have already seen 60-plus points on the board.
Great first half by both teams, and going into halftime, there needs to be a couple of adjustments by both teams, but honestly, if we're going to talk about good halves, I would say it's a great half for both teams.
This has got to be one of the, like I said earlier, the score doesn't tell the tale. This has got to be one of the best halves that this Everett Wildcats team has played this season.
Defense and offense.
Yes, absolutely. We've seen 2 touchdowns for Willie, 1 touchdown for Cade Morgan, which he's been in a need for quite a few weeks now. It's been absolutely amazing to watch on both sides of the ball. Cade Morgan in this offense and defense pulling all the stops they can. marching band is now out for their halftime show, and we are going to send you to a couple words from our sponsors and MHSSA This Week in Sports here on B1039.
Step into the excitement at AJ's Event Center in Evart. Swing in for top-notch bowling lanes and action-packed arcade, food and spirits, now with a smashing new rage cage and axe throwing. Plus, indulge in all-you-can-eat fish on Fridays and Saturdays. Located just 2 miles west of Evart on US 10. Find us on Facebook for all the latest updates and specials. Make every moment unforgettable at AJ's Event Center and Bowling Center.
Stop in to Northland Area Federal Credit Union in Evart, Reed City, or any of their 17 branches in northern Michigan to find great rates on many different financial products. While banks merge more often than you can keep track of and impose increased fees, Northland is a not-for-profit financial co-op committed to helping you save money. They specialize in small business growth and services. Check them out at northlandcu.com. Northland is federally insured by the NCUA.
If you are trying to fight invasive plant growth on your lake or pond, PLM Lake and Land Management is ready to help. For nearly 50 years, their scientists and state-certified applicators have provided the highest quality services to their customers. With offices throughout Michigan, including Evart, they service water bodies of any size. So if you need help containing a current infestation or preventing one from taking hold, get in touch with PLM Lake and Land Management at plmcorp.net. Proud to be a part of the Evart community. Go Wildcats!
Hey, it's Lauren
and Michaela with Big Rapids Roofing.
Veterans Day is fast approaching, and as a veteran-owned company, it's one of our favorite holidays to celebrate.
In honor of all who have served, Big Rapids Roofing is once again partnering with Habitat for Humanity to raise money for their Veterans Critical Home Repair Program. There are a few ways to help us accomplish our mission, one option being our 3rd annual pheasant hunt.
It will be hosted at Haymarsh Hunt Club on October 18th. Lunch and guides will be provided by our sponsors.
To register, call us at 231-629-8088.
Your local family-owned dealer for tractors, implements, and more is Burnup's Equipment Company with 8 convenient locations, including Big Rapids, Breckenridge, Coopersville, Dorr, Hudson, Nashville, Three Rivers, and Wyatt, Indiana. Burnup's offers more than just tractors, from mowers and snow blowers to combines, plus parts, expert service, and fully stocked hardware stores. Backed by a dedicated team, they're proud to support our communities and proud to be a broadcast sponsor of the Evart Wildcats.
I'm Molly Cataldo, your Evart Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones of Evart is a proud local sponsor of the Evart Wildcats football team. Call 231-515-1187 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Your friends at Lang Mechanical join all of us in hoping for an Evart football victory. If you want your heating and cooling system to be a winner all year long, get in touch with Lang Mechanical, day or night. 231-388-0632. And go Wildcats!
B1039.
We're less than 2 weeks away from crowning a field hockey champion and from announcing the pairings for the football playoffs. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Most football teams have 2 regular season games left this year before Selection Sunday and the start of the postseason. Let's take you through the next couple of weeks on the gridiron. Sunday, October 26th, is Selection Sunday. The 32 teams with the most playoff points in each of the 8 11-player divisions will be divided into district pairings. In 8-player, the top 16 teams in each of the 2 divisions will qualify for postseason play. The Selection Sunday show will air live on the NFHS network at 5 p.m. 11-player districts start October 31st, as do the 8-player regionals. Staying with 8-player, regional finals will begin November 7th. The semifinals are Saturday, November 15th, and the 8-player finals are Saturday, November 22nd at the Superior Dome in Marquette, and those games will be live on the NFHS network. In 11-player, district finals start November 7th. Regionals will be November 14th and 15th. The 16 semifinals will be played on Saturday, November 22nd, with the finals Friday and Sunday after Thanksgiving at Ford Field. Both days of finals will kick off at 9:30 a.m. The even divisions will play on Friday. The odd divisions will play on Sunday. And all 8 finals will air live on the NFHS Network. The NFHS Network is your home for the postseason from Selection Sunday to the finals. Sign up and subscribe at NFHSnetwork.com. And to see your team's playoff points and where they rank within their division, check out MHSAA.com and click on football. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Olivet senior golfer Jocelyn Ralston. She captured the first regional golf championship in school history, earning a trip to the state finals in the process. Harper Woods wide receiver Dakota Grant, he had a 99-yard kickoff return for touchdown and caught a touchdown in a 41-32 win over previously unbeaten Saline. And to the Bark River Harris football team, they beat Iron Mountain in Week 2 for the first time in school history, and then beat them again in Week 7, clinching a share of the Western Peninsula Athletic Conference Iron Championship.
Graduating seniors could qualify for a tuition-free skill certificate or associate degree through the new Community College Guarantee, no matter their GPA or your household income. Or if your child plans to attend a 4-year university or career school, the Michigan Achievement Scholarship Program has them covered. They could get up to $27,500 toward a bachelor's degree or up to $4,000 for career training. Complete the FAFSA to get started at mi.gov/achievement.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
We're on the tennis court today, returning a ball that our opponent has hit. We swing, hitting the ball with the strings and then again with the frame of the racket as our swing continues. The double hit ball goes over the net and bounces past our opponent for a point. Or is it our point? Can you hit the ball twice? You can, if it's all part of one continuous swing. You can hit the ball more than twice even, as long as it's the same swing. You can't intentionally hit the ball twice or hit the ball and then re-hit it. It's illegal if you deliberately catch or carry the ball and then hit it again. But if your double hit is part of one smooth swing, the stroke counts and play continues.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, please go to the MHSAA website now to register. The inaugural MHSAA Field Hockey Tournament is off and running. The playoffs started with 36 teams and will be down to the final 8 by the end of the week. Those 8 teams will play in the regional finals on October 20th. The semifinals are Wednesday, October 22nd at Ann Arbor Huron High School. Game times are 5 and 7 p.m. And the very first MHSAA Field Hockey Championship will be played Saturday, October 25th at Tom Holzer Field in Northville. The game starts at 11 a.m. Tickets for all of the remaining field hockey playoff games can be purchased at gofan.co. And games can be seen on the NFHS Network, including both semifinals and the championship. For scores, updated brackets, tickets, and more, check out the field hockey page at MHSAA.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll be back next week.
Upgrade your retail space with reliable store fixtures from Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures, Michigan's trusted source for quality used retail equipment. They deliver across the state, specializing in used Lozier retail shelving, true glass door coolers and freezers, pallet racking and commercial safes, plus complete store packouts, relocations, and on-site liquidation sales. Contact them today at 616-426-1247 or visit MillerLiquidations.com.
Welcome back to B1039, the home of your Everett Wildcats, and we are just about done here with halftime. The marching band is walking off the field after another amazing performance by them. 2 minutes left in this half, this finalized of halftime. What a game we've seen so far. We've seen points just come at the will of both teams. Ramblers up 36-28 on your Wildcats. Just fantastic works of art on both sides of the ball for both teams. We've seen 2 touchdowns from Willie Ray, 1 from Dallas Langworthy, who is our senior spotlight of the night, and 1 from Cade Morgan, all of who have been really wanting to push this offense further and be able to do what they can for them all season. So we've been able to highlight 3 of our best offensive weapons and score them all some touchdowns tonight. Ramblers will be taking the ball over at halftime. Once this final minute wraps up, they will be first to touch the ball in the second half. Defense for the Wildcats have had a fourth down stop. Other than that, they've been a little wish-washy.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to pick that up just a little bit, but the Ramblers have been doing a fantastic job as well on defense, only allowing the Wildcats to score on 4 of their 6 drives. End of the half there, we had what looked like a little trick play. Aiden passed to, I think, Morgan. Morgan then pitched it back. The pitch was not successful. It resulted in a fumble. McBain recovered it all the way down to the Wildcats' 20-yard line. Wildcats finally able to take them down to save a score at the end of halftime. At the end of that half, to only keep it a 1-score game. So there's a little bit that could be adjusted on the defensive side for the Wildcats. Offensively, they're doing the best that we've seen in three weeks.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that. Defensive too, honestly, in the last couple weeks, amazing. Offensively, terrific. They have to keep that going. Like, we've seen that happen. We've seen them have good offensive first halves, and then that second half it kind of dwindles down a little bit. They have to keep that going because McBain gets the ball here, starts second half.
And I was just thinking about it, and the last time we've seen the Wildcats offense this productive, this good, was Ross Common.
Yeah.
Because after that they went to Pine River.
Yeah. And struggled pretty badly.
Then they had Manton, struggled. Beale City, struggled. Now back to 28 points in the first half. On pace for 56 points.
Against a very, very good McBain team.
Second place in the conference.
Yes. A very good McBain team. So I'm very, very pleased from what I am seeing from Evart right now. Like, this is amazing what I'm seeing for Evart, and I'm hoping they can keep it going.
So we are just under 2 minutes until we return to play, and we are going to send you to another quick word from our sponsors here on B1039.
Step into the excitement at AJ's Event Center in Evart. Swing in for top-notch bowling lanes and action-packed arcade, food and spirits, now with a smashing new rage cage and axe throwing. Plus, indulge in all-you-can-eat fish on Fridays and Saturdays. Located just 2 miles west of Evart on US 10. Find us on Facebook for all the latest updates and specials. Make every moment unforgettable at AJ's Event Center and Bowling Center.
Stop in to Northland Area Federal Credit Union in Evart, Reed City, or any of their 17 branches in northern Michigan to find great rates on many different financial products. While banks merge more often than you can keep track of and impose increased fees, Northland is a not-for-profit financial co-op committed to helping you save money. They specialize in small business growth and services. Check them out at northlandcu.com. Northland is federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back to B1039, your home of Evart Wildcat football. 36-28 here in Evart, Michigan with Jonathan Hart. I'm Cameron Miller. Great first half from Evart. Best half we've seen in a couple weeks.
Absolutely.
Like we were talking about before we just went to break there. Best half we've seen in a couple weeks.
Since week 4.
I would say that, yeah. And they've struggled the last couple weeks on offense and defense. And they're struggling a little bit on defense, just a little bit, but not bad on defense. Offense is absolutely tremendous right now, putting up 28 points on a one-loss McBain team in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I mean, that's really all we can say. There's, the points show that we're down by 8. Everett's down by 8. But really, watching this game, seeing the plays that we saw, they were down 14-0, and they were able to march back, climb back. Now a one possession game. It's been phenomenal to see. And you know what? We were incorrect because McBain scored first. So a little bit of apologies for you guys, folks. Everett's actually taking the ball first. I completely forgot that McBain had scored first. This game's been super crazy. Past 30 minutes of gameplay, and it just completely slipped both of our minds.
Our apologies for that.
So McBain's kicking off to Evert to give Evert another shot to tie this game back up again. Kick is up, and a fair catch signaled for Evert. You know what's nice about this week compared to last week?
No.
There's no running clock in this half.
Is it a good thing? Is it really?
It's a great thing because we're not down by 50.
I got home by 10 o'clock last week, so I don't know. But I'm just joking. It's a great thing that we're not having a running clock because Evert is playing tremendous football right now.
Absolutely fantastic. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. Completely different team than we saw last week. Hate mentioning it, but it is just, at the end of the day, it's a game that happened. It's a game that happened, and you got to work upon it. You got to work from it, and that's what this team's done. They looked at film, and I know they didn't want to. They looked at film from last week, and they said, this is what we need to clear up and do better, and that's what they've done. Empty backfield set for Anderson. Looking to pass, and incomplete to Langworthy.
And our apologies last week for a little bit of the negativity we brought out on the broadcast to everyone that was listening for Evert and supporting Evert. Our apologies on that. It was just a little bit of a long game for us, but we shouldn't have been that negative, so our apologies for that.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're also fans, but we should have kept it a little more professional, kept it a little bit, higher up, kept the energy levels up there. So truly, deepest of our apologies for last week's performance on the broadcast side. Hoping to keep that energy up this week, hoping to keep you guys entertained, keep you guys tuned in a little more. Flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be against McBain. Looked like it was a pass interference call on McBain, pushing it up about 15 yards. Probably my least favorite high school rule is that a pass interference is not a spot foul. Obviously, it wouldn't be much different from where it was now.
Same with college. I think it's once you get to the NFL, it's a spot. Same in college, because Michigan football could have had a couple of those in the last couple of weeks, but it's not a spot foul. It's only a 15-yard penalty.
Anderson looking to pass. Deep pass for Anderson, and just far ahead of Willie Ray. That one was a little far up. 2nd down and 10. Their running back Campbell was on the coverage for Willie. Fast kid there they have, number 2. Jack Campbell has been lights out for their offense. I mean, you got to pair up a fast kid with Willie.
Yeah, you have to, because the way he's been playing this game, it's getting to the point where you got to put a fast kid on him or double team him like they did. Like they did right there. They double teamed Willie. So it's after the game he's had so far, they had to make the adjustments and put a fast kid and double team at the same time.
Another empty backfield for Anderson. 2 receivers on his left, 2 on his right. Snap is good. Pass is intercepted for McBain. Setting up a 1st and 10 deep in Wildcat territory. A great defensive drive for the Ramblers. Started with the too many men on the field call. Pushed the Wildcats up, and the Ramblers are able to intercept and have the second takeaway of the game. Both positive for the Ramblers, setting them up 1st and 10, 29-yard line in Wildcat territory.
It looked like it was like a good pass, but just went through the hands or bobbled by his receiver and intercepted.
Ramblers hand it off to number 8, Burbank. Went forward. They'll probably give it to him on forward progress, but he was brought down just a little bit. Enough for the 1st down for the Ramblers. A great rush up the middle. Anthony Vendel on the tackle there for the Wildcats. First and 10 at the 13-yard line, pickup of about 16 for the Ramblers. Not a bad first play by any means coming out of halftime for the Ramblers.
Not by any means. Not a bad first play, and kept moving his feet. So,
fumble, but it looks like it's recovered by the Ramblers.
Great, so Cade Morgan was the one that forced the fumble. Cade came off the edge unblocked and kind of missed the tackle, but got the tackle at the same time, kind of grabbed his arm and pulled on it, and it jarred that ball loose, but it landed. It didn't bounce anywhere. It landed pretty much smack on the ground, right by his feet.
Which has been the unfortunate curse for these Everett Wildcat fumbles this season. They've had quite a few of them that they've forced, but almost all of them have not bounced, have not moved, just stay stagnant, and the offense is normally able to recover them. Gain of 3 helped them out actually a little bit. Gain of 3 for the Ramblers.
It happened, I think, 2 or 3 times last week against Beale City. It wasn't even they forced it. It was just not the best snap by Beale City center.
It's a raining game.
It was a raining game.
Chilly, windy.
And it hit their hands. It either went right through his hands because it was raining, it was slippery, or it hit it, just not a great snap, and it hit the ground and it just stuck. It didn't bounce. It just landed and it stuck there. It was also because it was probably a little muddy, and it would just stick. But Everett has had so many fumble opportunities, but they're not able to get them because of the ball just sitting right by the opponent's feet.
Hand off to number 32 for the Ramblers, and he is going to be brought down before the end zone. Sorry, my apologies, number 33, the ball carrier. It's going to be enough for a first, but not in the end zone. It's going to be a 1st and 4 at the 4-yard line. 9:35 to go in this third quarter. 36 for the Ramblers, 28 for the Wildcats. Looking for another rush here, of course, by the Ramblers. Favorite play to run. Favorite play type in for the touchdown. It's going to be number 24, Max Ealing, for another Ramblers touchdown for McBain. 42-28, barring the point after. 9:13 to go.
Not a horrible thing. We've been here already in this game. They've already been down 14-0, right?
Yep.
They've already been, what is it, 14-0 or 14?
14-0.
14-0. They've already been down. So this is already a three-point game now because of the 2-point conversion.
Yep.
So 3-point game now at this point. So within reach still. We've seen them already come back from this. So it's not out of reach. Again with a booming extra point.
Huge extra point for the Ramblers. 43-28 is the score. Ramblers up, 9:13 to go. And right now, we have officially crossed over the 70-point threshold.
Already.
At 71 points for the total of the game with 3 minutes into the third quarter. So this is looking up to be another high-scoring game for the Everett Wildcats. They've seen a lot of them. They saw a couple against Beale City. Obviously, it's 64-0. Beaverton, high-scoring game. Lake City, high-scoring game. Last season, they had quite a few high-scoring games. This team is not a stranger to these high-scoring games.
No, not at all. Obviously, like you said, they've had a lot of high-scoring games this year and last year. So, like you said, so they're obviously not strangers. Hopefully, they can come back from this one though. McBain made their adjustments at halftime. Everett, I think, made a little bit of adjustments, but not like McBain did. They double covered Willie and have a speedy guy on him. So they made their adjustments on that part of the game.
The kick return will bring the Wildcats up to about the 30-yard line.
Kick taken by Cade Morgan.
Call it 33 for Cade Morgan on the return.
Number 11, Benjamin Thompson.
1st and 10, good field position. A lot better than starting at the 10 like they did that first drive.
Great field position, because usually you're starting at your 20-yard line. They're up to their 33-yard line here. So great field position to start this drive.
Absolutely. That's what you love to see. You love these close to midfield starts, 17 yards from midfield, 17 yards from Rambler territory, especially when you're down 2 scores. You know, any extra field position you can get, you need to capitalize on. Anderson looking to pass is complete to Magnuson. There is a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be brought back against the Wildcats.
It's going to be a holding against the Wildcats.
Loss of 10 yards there on the play. We'll redo first down. It's going to be a 1st and 20 for the Wildcats to deal with.
So that, like we said, great field position to start, but you can't take a penalty and push you back into not great field position. So like that's hurt them all year though, on defense and offense side of the ball, taking penalties that are not necessary.
Right, absolutely. 1st and 20 here at the 23-yard line. Empty backfield for Anderson. 3 receivers on his right, 1 receiver to his left. Four receivers. Sorry, I thought I was seeing double. 4 receivers on his right, 1 on his left. Quarterback design carry. Gain just a couple on that, maybe 5. 2nd down for the Wildcats. See where they're going to spot him at.
Slides at the 30-yard line.
It's going to be a 2nd down at the 30-yard line with 14 to go. Nice pickup of 6. You know, if it was me, I probably would have given him 7 yards, but it was in between that 6-7 milestone there. Gained just 6 yards there for Anderson using his legs. Empty backfield. Incomplete pass. Lucha is incomplete right there. He looked like he was moving backwards while trying to move forwards to the ball. Incomplete, 3rd and 14. Had some McBain fans over there enjoying the 6-7 call I made. They got the reference, which is always nice to see. Cam shaking his head at me.
I said it one time, and it was on accident. I wasn't even realizing I was saying it until after I said it.
I enjoy saying it in every single broadcast.
I bet you I'm probably going to hear it multiple times next week while I'm listening live.
Anderson looking to pass and incomplete and just nearly picked off, but it was not, fortunately, for this offense. Incomplete to Magnuson. It's going to set up a 4th down and 14.
I think, yep, you got to punt it. That's what they're doing. They're sending the punt team out to punt this ball. They were thinking about going for it, but it's just too deep of a 4th down. But if they're a little closer, I think they go for it because the way this McBain offense is playing right now.
I agree, and I mean, you're at your 29-yard line, 4th and 14. If they take over, great field position. If for some reason they block it, a terrific field position. So yeah, I agree with this punting call. Anderson has a good leg.
It went straight up though. That one, you gotta knock on wood when you start saying stuff.
I know.
That one went straight
My apologies,
up in
Anderson.
That one, like you said, he does have a great leg to kick. He does. But that one went straight up in the air, and I think went about a total of like 20 yards. Not even, maybe.
19 yards is what they're. 19 yards is it looks like is they're gonna give him for that punt. Not the best punt we've seen from Anderson this season, so
That's
you're,
on you. That's on
you're
you.
listening
Just
later
throw it
this
away.
week, Aiden.
Just throw it away.
My apologies. Next time I'll knock on the wood right next to me.
We're sitting on wood right now. All you had to do was just while you're
Could
talking.
have knocked anywhere.
You could have knocked anywhere because we're surrounded by wood. So
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Starting positioning for the Ramblers. Maloney is the ball carrier, their quarterback. Gain of about 7 yards. Not quite 6, but gained 7.
I think I could put money on this next play. If someone doesn't know football, I bet you could put money on it that they run the ball and I would make like $100. I probably could do it.
I think seeing how we've watched these teams, you could bet money on any play that they'd run it, and you'd win the money.
We have an injured player down for Everett, and it is our star freshman, Willie Ray, who is down, but he's getting up to his feet, but he's really gingerly limping off the field. Not what we want to see one of our star players for Everett going down like that.
We've seen Willie down on that dirt more times than it's like to talk about. He's been banged up quite a bit this season, but he's strong kid. 2nd and 2 for the Ramblers. 40-yard line. Like Cam said, if we were betting men, we'd probably be calling a run here, and we would be correct. I will be very upset if I'm wrong. I'd be happy if I was wrong and it was an incomplete pass, but that's not what we've seen from this team, and it's a rush to Burbank, right up the middle. What a shocker. Cam and I would have just won. We wouldn't have won much money because the odds would not have been in our favor.
Nope, not at all.
Probably would have been odds would have been lined up at a negative probably 300, so we probably only would have gained like 30 cents there on that. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line, gain of 7 for the Ramblers. 7:20 left. We have some Pirates passing us in the bleachers right now. Love to see it. Absolutely amazing to see the festivities and costumes out here.
I think she said R when she walked by too.
Yep, she did. She said ARG. Another handoff right up the middle for the Ramblers. Gain of about only maybe 2 or 3. Not many yards were gained on that play. Gain of 2.
How many times do you think you're going to say it next week? I'm not going to say it, but how many times do you think you're going to...
Say what?
I'm not going to say it. How many times do you think you're going to say the two numbers next week?
The two numbers. Do you mean like how many times am I going to say 6, 7 next week?
Yeah, how many times?
I don't know. Maybe possibly 6 or 7 times. I think one of those 2 numbers we'll probably say it a couple times. 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line for the Ramblers. Passing play. Breaking news. Extra. Read all about it. McBain passes in the 3rd quarter.
It's incomplete, though.
It's incomplete pass. But ladies and gentlemen, there is actual time left on the clock, and McBain just threw the ball.
It's 3rd and 8. They might throw it again.
3rd and 8.
We can see another passing play.
I am extremely happy right now. I have been able to say 2 of my favorite numbers. I just saw an incomplete pass from a rush-heavy team. I am firing on all cylinders. I'm on cloud 9 here in beautiful Everett, Michigan.
We could see another one coming up this play too right here. If I was to put money on it, they pass the ball right here.
If I put money on it, I'd call a timeout.
Or they call a timeout.
It's going to be the first timeout used for McBain in this first half.
They got to think about it. They got to think, do we want to pass it or do we want to keep running it like we have all game in 2 passes we've had? One's complete, one's incomplete. So
50-50 shot right there.
This quarterback could be having a good percentage of throwing this play or have a 50-50 still.
I want to take a quick second to thank one of our sponsors, Big Rapids Roofing. Big Rapids Roofing has been an excellent sponsor for B1039 and the Everett Wildcat broadcast. They are all about helping you protect your biggest investment in northern Michigan, your home. Whether you need roof repairs, roof installation, new gutters, windows, and sidings, or more, they can do it. They provide you with the roofing solutions you need at competitive prices. Request a free estimate today. Call 231-624-5204. Big Rapids Roofing, thank you for your sponsorship and being a great sponsor in B1039's broadcasts. 6 hand off, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Ramblers. A huge touchdown for the Ramblers will set up a huge advantage for them. Now up by 3 scores over the Wildcats. What an excellent play. They took that timeout, took it to figure out if they wanted to pass it or rush it. They decided to run it, and it's exactly what they needed to score a touchdown. Now they are up 49-28.
It's getting to the point where it might be out of reach now. The way the way, the only reason I say that is just the way that McBain's offense is playing right now. Everett's not playing bad. Don't get me wrong. They're not playing bad football. But this the way McBain's offense is just continuously driving like they are by running the ball. It could be out of reach. But you never know. Everett's defense could make a stand out of nowhere, and it could be a one-score game again.
Be beautiful to see them make a stand. There was a flag on the play before the kick. Refs are discussing right now. It was actually after the point after try. It's going to be a false start, pushing the Ramblers back. See how good of a leg the Ramblers have for this point after attempt. 6:16 left to go in this third quarter.
Almost your favorite two numbers.
Almost.
It's everybody's favorite two numbers right now. It's kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Cam loves it.
I absolutely dislike it. Even though I accidentally said it on the broadcast. I didn't even notice I was saying it until after I said it.
The kick is up, and another booming kick.
I honestly think this kicker, he's a quarterback too. He's a kicker, he's a quarterback. What else is he? He's something else for this team.
He's been all over the place on the defense.
He's like the running back too, but I really think he could have made that thing from like 45, 50 yards, the way that thing was in the air.
50-28 right now. Ramblers up on the Wildcats. Now have scored 78 points total.
We could have a 100-point game.
We could. Do you know what the total score was 11 points ago, Cam?
No. I don't want to say it.
It was 67 total points 11 points ago. Now it is 78 total in the game, and I do think that we are going to see 100 points between these two teams. You know what upsets me the most, Cam?
What?
The thing that upsets me the most, Cameron Miller, is the fact that looking at either of these rosters, there is a 64 for the Ramblers, a 66 for the Ramblers, a 68 for the Ramblers, but no 67. For the Wildcats, we have a 55, a 62, and a 75, no 67. We have no jersey number that I can have a blast with and call 67. Very upsetting. We have a 76, but that's not a 67. It's going to be a touchback on this kick return, landed in the end zone. Wildcats are going to be set up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, hoping to bounce back and get a score. Would be excellent for them to start marching back down the field. 6:13 to go in this third quarter.
I honestly think I don't know if they've handed the ball off more than twice this game. But they haven't been able to. This the way that I hate to say it, the way McBain has kind of owned the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
It's hard to run the ball, so you kind of got to throw the ball.
And motion by Willie. Willie looking to pass. Pass to Cade Morgan and incomplete. That would have been a beautiful play by Willie Ray to Cade Morgan if he would have been able to do that. Nice little trick play from the Wildcats to try and catch the Ramblers off guard. Unsuccessful in doing so, just a little in front of Cade Morgan. Good to see that Willie has an arm.
Yeah, he has an arm. Maybe he's the next quarterback for Evart.
Wow.
Evart football. Maybe
they start playing the wing tee.
He threw that ball, I don't know, 30 yards
about
downfield?
30 yards, yeah.
30 yards downfield. He launched it.
Anderson, empty backfield, looking to pass. Pass is incomplete, bounced up by the Ramblers, almost into the arms of a defender, but hit the ground first.
I'm going to be completely honest. They are lucky that was actually incomplete, because if he caught that ball, oh boy, was there a safety coming down.
Absolutely would have been
Fast.
beautiful for the Ramblers.
Because
fortunately, it was not beautiful.
It could have been, well, could have gone beautiful for either ways for the Ramblers. A pick, or they would have absolutely just lit up Morgan.
Yeah.
Lit him up because that safety. If
They had
Morgan
three guys right there.
If Morgan caught that ball, that safety was coming down and he was not gonna let up.
Another empty backfield for Anderson and this Wildcats offense trying not to stall out. A pass is complete for the first down and some as they continue to try and push him forward. Flag on the play. Set all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Getting cold.
20-yard pass. Cam is cold. It's 50-28. 5:52 left in this third quarter. You're listening to B1039 on WBZX Big Rapids. A huge pickup for the Wildcats there. 20-yard reception. And there is a flag down on the play. Personal foul on the Ramblers. It's going to be moving the chains even up more. It's going to be a total of 35 yards with that play. 15 yards on the personal foul, 20 yards on the reception.
Huge help, honestly, especially with 5:50 left in the game, third quarter.
Yeah.
And you got great field position. You're having not a bad drive going here. So, like I said, it's not out of reach, but their defense has to step up if they score here.
Dallas was lined up right next to Anderson. Flag down. Pass is complete to Willie Ray. 2 flags are down. Both thrown near the backfield of the Wildcats. It's going to be on the Wildcats. Holding, going to push them back. First and 20. Not really what you want to see after a pickup of 20 and then a 15-yard personal foul. Knock them down first and 20 at the 46-yard line, their own 46.
They should really get heaters in here.
Cam's cold.
We need some heaters. It's cold.
And you know, if you were just to listen to Cam and listen to the cold, you probably wouldn't think that he's from Michigan. You wouldn't think that he's from Big Rapids, Michigan. And Cam, just remind everybody at home, what sport do you play?
I play hockey.
And what type of playing field do you play on?
Okay, so in my defense, though, when I'm playing, I'm warm because I got a whole bunch of gear on, and I'm sweating. In my defense, I don't feel the cold when I'm playing hockey. So that's my defense. Like, I don't feel the chilliness of the rink, and also I play at Ferris where it's not very cold in that
pretty
rink.
warm there.
So, but I don't feel the cold really until, like, when I warm up, I'm outside, I'm moving my body, so I'm not really cold. Right here, I'm just standing still in like 50-degree weather.
You know,
cold.
I'm sure you probably have enough room with that cable that you could start doing some like front flips and back flips here on the.
I'm not
here in the stands.
I'm not that athletic. I'm athletic, but I'm not that athletic.
Cade Morgan on the reception from Anderson. A huge pass, 18-yard reception by Cade Morgan. Set up a third down and 2 to go. Very short for the set of downs.
Great run after the catch there by Morgan. To get that 18 yards there, much needed 18 yards there, and make it a third down short instead of third down long.
Absolutely fantastic. They are actually going to call him 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats. 3 yards to go. Anderson looking to pass. Pass is complete to number 3, Magnuson. Needed 3, went to 3 on third down and got more than 3. Beautiful pass, beautiful catch. First down for your Everett Wildcats. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this third quarter. Going to set them up 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I'm not going to lie to you. When we were home last year in Everett, I think why I was so warm, not freezing cold, is because we were down there around a lot of people, and it was warm. We're up here by ourselves, and it's freezing cold. We're up by up high, and it's cold. You're cold. I can tell you're like this.
I'm a little chilly. I'm a little chilly today.
I say next week when you're here, instead of being chilly, you go down there and stay warm by all the people.
I might have to bring in Cam's hockey pads. He's gonna be playing,
using them.
but I might just have to snag them from him. Use them to keep me warm.
My brother's a goalie that you could use if you wanna. If you wanna.
Can I
dress
show up in the leg pads also?
Yeah, why not? There was a Dallas Stars game. A fan showed up in full goalie gear. That's amazing. I don't know how he walked around around the couple thousand people, but he did.
2nd and 10 for the Wildcats, 27-yard line. 3:55 to go in this third quarter of play. It's like Dallas is lined up as the running back. Another pass batted down by the Ramblers. 3rd down and 10 at the 27-yard line. Back-to-back passes where the defensive line has just jumped. Are we?
I don't even know if they're jumping. I think they're just putting their hands up, and it's
another batted down pass.
They're timing that perfectly, though. The batting down of the passes, they're timing it perfectly. I don't know if they practice that a lot. I don't know how you practice that, honestly, but they're doing it. They're executing it very well.
Looks like Dallas is going to continue as the running back for the Wildcats right now on this drive. 3rd and 10. 2 batted down passes in a row. Now we have an interception. A big man defensive line interception. Looks like it's going to be returned for a touchdown. There is a flag on the play. Multiple flags down. But a big man touchdown.
It's coming back, though. I know it's coming back because they were holding Langworthy. Like 2 of their guys were holding Langworthy.
Holding Langworthy.
Here's the
but
thing, though.
Number 50, big man, pick 6. You don't see that often. No. Obviously being brought all the way back. It's not going to count. Nolan Boyd, nothing. But you just saw.
Here's the thing. After they threw the flags and he scored the touchdown, the refs all went like this. They put their hands on their heads like, why did we throw the flag? It was obviously a holding. It was clear as day that they were holding Langworthy. But the refs all put their hands on their heads like, no way, we threw the flag. He scored it. Like, you don't want to be the one to throw the flag, but I think every single ref on the field threw a flag.
Beautiful. You don't see this all the time. Sometimes you see a defensive lineman pick off the quarterback, but you do not see a play like this, and it's not like they were at the 10-yard line. Yeah. It's not like you're down at the 10-yard line and he's just got to hustle for a couple yards and get it through. No, that was about a 55-yard pick 6.
By a defensive line, a big defensive lineman.
A big boy. Number 50. It's going to be a...
I would be pretty upset if I was his parents and him. Honestly, like...
Oh, my gosh.
He didn't even need to get the holding call. He was shaking off Langworthy. Even when Langworthy caught up to him, he was not going down.
1st and 10 for the Ramblers at the 43-yard line.
I say you get down to the goal line and hand it to him. Hand the ball off to him, let him get his touchdown. Like, if you want to be like that teammate, the teammate, a very good teammate, and the coach, you want to get that player back his touchdown that he had.
I want to go back to it one more time, and then I'll stop talking about it. And that's the reason I want to go back to it. You know, we see all the work that these offensive and defensive linemen put into the game, but what we don't see is the after effects. After you take a pick 6, 55 yards to the crib, number 50 is sitting down on the ground, helmet off, water in hand. He's just kind of taking a second to not only just enjoy that, because even though it got brought back, you got to enjoy it. Huge pass, incomplete, wobbly, but that's not what I think is important right now. Now we got number 50 laying down on the ground. He needs that second to recoup.
All his teammates are looking at him like, are you okay? But I think he's just fine. He's just dead tired. He's giving out high fives all over the place.
He's got it. I mean, game's not even done. He hasn't, he's been great on the defensive line, but this is my most valuable player, not player of the game.
Their coach just came up to him and gave him a hug.
Absolutely beautiful. 3rd and 2 for the Ramblers after an incomplete pass. Running up the middle like we've seen all game long. Number 8, one of their favorite running backs.
I think they got to do what I said, though. You get down to the goal line. If you're down to the goal line,
put him in, throw him in.
Put him in and give him the ball. Let him get his touchdown back. Like, you can't take that away from that guy, what he did.
Set up a fresh set of downs for the Ramblers. 2 minutes, 25 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, ball on the 37-yard line. Ramblers, after a beautiful interception by number 50, is marching down the field, looking at wanting to make another score. We're going to give you that name of number 50. But before that, pass is intercepted. This is why McBain runs. Lucha with the interception, pulling out the stops for this defense. Like I said earlier.
But that name for McBain, number 50, Jonathan Sycama.
Pretty cool name.
That is a pretty
Guy's
cool.
got a pretty cool first name, Cam.
I don't know. Maybe I like Sycama.
Yeah, I'm
cool.
more of a fan of the Jonathan part of it, but we'll go with that. Number 50 for today can have my name.
He's still on the sideline.
He can have my name for the day. He deserved it. I have not returned a 55-yard pick six as a defensive lineman.
I've been close. When I was younger, I was outside linebacker / DN, and my dad was the coach for my team back when I played.
Way back when? Back in the day?
Yeah, way back in the day for me. And he had me drive back into coverage, and the quarterback threw it right to me, and I got down to the 15-yard line. I was almost a pick six, but I got down to the 15-yard line and got tackled, but I was so close.
Not quite a pick six for the Wildcats defense, but Lucha was able to come down with it, set the Wildcats up. Now it's 2nd and 10 after a incomplete pass to Willie. 37-yard line. Anderson looking for a deep pass. Incomplete. Just far ahead of Magnuson.
Well, I think Magnuson would have caught it, honestly, if he kept running. He stopped running, looking for the ball. He stopped running while he was looking for the ball. But if he kept running, he would have caught that ball.
Absolutely. And it's also, like I said about Willie, what he's been really good at is that first step.
Yeah.
You got to have that first step in order to ensure that you're even going to be ahead of that defensive back. And unfortunately, Magnuson just was not there. Ball was too far ahead, like you said. He stopped running. There's a lot of factors into why that pass was incomplete. Set up a 3rd down and 10. The wind is now coming behind our backs just a little bit more. Cam shaking his head no. Anderson empty backfield, hoping for a yes, a new set of downs. And 3 drives in a row, back to back, have all ended in interceptions. Incomplete for Willie, hit his hand, went up in the air and brought down by the defense of the Ramblers.
Anderson has forced that ball the last 3 drives. That's what he's done. He's forced it into coverage where, honestly, it's too hard for the receiver to catch it, and he's just kind of forced it in there, and it hasn't gone their way.
1st and 10, 26-yard line for the Ramblers. What a beautiful back-to-back defensive drives for the Ramblers. Handoff, maybe not thinking about passing anymore. Ealing with a great rushing play.
Tackled by number 2, Anderson, on the play. Anderson made a great tackle. If he didn't make that tackle, he was gone. Like
he would have been
I know
free.
I've said it multiple times, and you may not believe it, but if Anderson, like I've said all year, if that person doesn't make the tackle like Anderson did, that person would have been gone. Nobody, green grass in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, he was the only one left on this side of the field that would have even remotely been close to being able to stop him, and he did. So now it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line, gain a fresh set of downs for the Ramblers. Maybe a pass here. Nope. rush up the middle. And a rush up into the end zone for another Ramblers touchdown.
Great run there by McBain. I'm going to be honest. We're not here for McBain, but McBain ran that right up the middle, and the linebackers were there this time, though. Like, they've been there all game. They haven't been splitting out like they did last week. That was last week, though, but they've been staying home this week. But, man, these are more fullbacks than running backs for Evart. I'm sorry, not Evart. Sorry, the wind is messing with us. For McBain, these are more fullbacks than running backs. So these kids are huge, and they're just putting their head down and going is what they're doing.
Yeah, and they're just full steam ahead, kind of like what Manton was doing a couple weeks ago.
Sorry about the little noise background there. It's the wind hitting our microphones. So it's obviously a little windy and chilly out, as you can tell.
We are up to 85 total points in the game. 15 points away from that 100 spot. 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns. I think it's doable. This second half, obviously, a lot different of a story than the first half.
I said coming out of halftime that Evart has to keep the foot on the gas, or something close to that. I know I said something close to that.
McBain made the adjustments, and they've shown it.
Yes, McBain made their adjustments. Evart made adjustments. You can see them that they've made their adjustments, but they've been good adjustments, just not great adjustments.
We are currently singing happy birthday to one of the cheerleaders. I don't remember which one they said it was their birthday, but happy birthday. Happy birthday to one of the cheerleaders. A great time to be able to have your birthday during a Friday Night Lights game. Here we are, 44.1 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Good job, girls. By the way, the cheer team is coached by Miss Taylor Bryant.
I think.
And Miss Olivia Campbell.
Bryant.
Yeah, yep. So the cheer coach.
The Bryant family is a little busy on the sports side of things.
Cheer coach is married to the athletic director, the head coach for the football team, a teacher, Coach Ben Bryant. Both of them put in excellent work here in the Evart community. Just talking to Coach Bryant at the beginning of the season when we first met, he does a lot for this community. He teaches, he coaches, he's the athletic director. I would be surprised if he makes it home by 10 o'clock on nights.
I would be very surprised. But you know what you should do for me? Is you should come out to our Christmas showcase this year for hockey against Sault Ste. Marie the day after my birthday and start singing happy birthday to me.
Get a little, maybe we could get some B1039 air coverage over there so we can all sing a happy birthday to the Cameron Miller. How old will you be, like 13, 14? 18. 18. Big 18.
I'll be an adult, and my number's 18.
Look at that. You couldn't ask for anything better.
Couldn't ask for anything better than that.
Number 18 for 18. Second down and 6 for the Wildcats. Time is slipping upon us in this third quarter. Looking like maybe one more play from the Wildcats offense before this quarter will officially end.
I don't know if they're going to get it off. No, they're just going to take it down to the fourth quarter.
All the way down. Put your 4s up. It's one thing that I don't see, you know, I know I was in high school like 30 years ago, Cam, but I don't see people putting the 4s up. We used to always put the 4s up regardless if we were winning or losing. I'm not seeing that on either side, which is completely upsetting for me. End of the third quarter. 57 for the Ramblers, 28 for the Wildcats. We are going to send you on another quick word from our sponsors here on B1039.
If you are trying to fight invasive plant growth on your lake or pond, PLM Lake and Land Management is ready to help. For nearly 50 years, their scientists and state-certified applicators have provided the highest quality services to their customers. With offices throughout Michigan, including Evart, they service water bodies of any size. So if you need help containing a current infestation or preventing one from taking hold, get in touch with PLM Lake and Land Management at plmcorp.net. Proud to be a part of the Evart community. Go Wildcats.
Hey, it's Lauren.
And Michaela with Big Rapids Roofing.
Veterans Day is fast approaching, and as a veteran-owned company, it's one of our favorite holidays to celebrate.
In honor of all who have served, Big Rapids Roofing is once again partnering with Habitat for Humanity to raise money for their Veterans Critical Home Repair Program. There are a few ways to help us accomplish our mission, one option being our 3rd annual pheasant hunt.
It will be hosted at Haymarsh Hunt Club on October 18th. Lunch and guides will be provided by our sponsors.
To register, call us at 231-629-8088.
Welcome back to B1039 here in Everett, Michigan. Jonathan Hart, and I'm Cameron Miller. 28-57, Everett is down to McBain, and it is a 3rd down, and I think 2 yards lost on the play there by Everett.
You know what?
I think that's the 3rd or 4th time they've only ran the ball though this game.
Yeah.
Like they've thrown the ball a lot. And I think Anderson's arm's getting a little tired.
It worked for them in that first half.
It did.
But then McBain
made their adjustments. Notice that all they were doing was throwing passes.
And so they were able to adjust to that, kind of keep this offense wondering what's going to be next. 3rd and 6, 11:20 to go in the game. Pass is complete to Morgan for the first down, and a gain of a little bit more down at the 40-yard line. Gain of 9. And you know what, Cam? We got 1 quarter left together.
One more.
We 2 months ago, 3 months ago now, I had no idea who you were.
Yeah.
I knew your dad, obviously.
Yeah.
Everyone knows your dad. Sheriff.
Is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? Like,
depends on who you ask.
It's exactly.
Huge shout out to Sheriff Miller, of course.
He's listening now.
Yep.
I know he is. He'll probably text me in a second saying, "Why are you talking about me?"
Yeah. But you know what? Like a couple months ago, no idea who you were. We came into this thing together. Both of us didn't have a lot of broadcasting experience, and I think we've heard a lot of positive reviews from a lot of the fans, the parents at home, and you know what? I think we've done a pretty good job for ourselves this season.
For both of our first times doing football, me just getting my feet wet pretty much because I want to go into this as I get older. I want to go into sports communication and management at a college. I'm looking at Grace Christian College for baseball and sports communication. So looking at a college, and I was going to Ferris, a senior at Ferris State, wanting to do this as a job, right?
Yep.
You were at what, South Dakota?
North Dakota last year.
North Dakota last year for baseball.
Yep.
So awesome job for you to do that.
Thank you.
But this is both of our first times doing football, and this is our last 10 minutes and 30 seconds together.
Last 10 and a half. So we got to hope for a Wildcat turnaround.
Hopefully.
Hope for some really nice calls to end this game. But it's been a blast and an honor to be able to call these games with you. Because originally, when Jen approached me with this, it was just going to be me.
It was just, yeah. Well, and then
I was like, I can do that, but
how I got the job was my parents were over at their house, and we were on the boat just going for like a nice little boat ride right at night, like just a nice calm boat ride. And they asked me what I wanted to do for a job when I got older. I'll let this play go and then I'll finish my story.
Anderson looking to pass. Dallas Langworthy incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Continue your story, Cam.
We were on the boat at night, and they asked me what I wanted to do for a job when I got older, or just like in college, like what I wanted to study. I'm like, it took me like a good two minutes to answer the question because I didn't know. But then she said maybe sports communication. I'm like, yeah, like that would be a perfect thing for me, sports communication. And she's like, do you want to have a job? I'm like, what's the job? She's like, do you want to be on the radio for Everett football? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And that's pretty much how I got the job, and I haven't regret. And my parents asked me the other day because I had to give up football because I had some shoulder issues that are actually resolved now. I'll let this play go again.
Pass is complete to Cade Morgan from Aiden Anderson. Gain of about 5 yards on that. It's going to be a first and about 2nd and 10. My apologies. 2nd and 10. Gain of about 10 on there. Gained half to gain as they were pushed back from a holding call.
I had some shoulder issues that are resolved now.
Yep.
I had a torn labrum that is much better than it was. and I was unable to play football. I could have played probably a little the end of the year, but I didn't see the point because I wouldn't be playing too much, I don't think. So I didn't see the point. I'll let this play go again.
Anderson pass, this time to Langworthy, completed. Pickup of about, looks like 8 yards. Be a 3rd down and very short. 3rd down and 3. Back to you, Cam.
It was, and my parents asked, and I don't think I would have been able to play. Like, I didn't see the point, so I'm like, okay, I'll just take this job. And my mom asked me the other day, she's like, because Big Rapids has been absolutely dominant all year.
Really? It's almost like they're undefeated or something.
It's like they're undefeated. But I think they've been averaging like 40-some points a game. So they've been absolutely dominant all year. And then my mom asked me the other day while we were doing yard work, she's like, have you regretted not playing football? Because obviously I think you have been playing a lot. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Not one bit. I'm very happy for my classmates, my friends on the football team for Big Rapids, how successful they are this year. I'm very happy for them. They're playing Coopersville, actually, a very tough opponent tonight at Coopersville. Good luck to them. I don't know how it's going right now, but I haven't regretted this one bit, honestly.
No, it's been absolutely amazing for both of us. Just a quick second. 3rd down and 3. Anderson found number 3, Magnuson, for a pickup of about 8 yards. 1st and 10, the 44-yard line. Anderson looking to pass, getting pressured, got the ball off, incomplete, hit the ground before anything else. But it's been a great time for both of us, and it's something really different, and I commend Jen and B1039 for this, because when you see a lot of the broadcast teams traveling with the schools, it's a lot of like older people who have been in the game, people who have been in the business for years now. But Jen and Kyle and Bob and Mike and everyone at B1039 decided to take the chance on two young guys, two very what they call in the business green broadcasters, which are the very start of their career, and we can't be any more appreciative for this opportunity.
Yeah, I offer them a huge thanks for this. I had no words how thankful I am for this job, because this is getting my feet wet and helping me going into college. Because I know I want to do sports communication, but I don't know if I want to go to the military first and then go to college, or go to college and military. It all depends on how my baseball season goes, because that's what it's all depending on.
It's going to be dependent on the scholarship.
Yes, because I want to play college baseball, but I don't know if I want to go. If I don't get that opportunity, I'll probably go to the military.
Right.
So, but I'm very thankful for this, because I know when I go to college, I will be studying sports communication.
Fair State has. I know we don't have baseball for you.
Yeah.
We do have I don't want to be biased. Got a club team. Don't want to be biased. We've got a pretty good sports communication program. Anderson, incomplete. Incomplete. But yeah, we got a pretty good sports comm program. I just want to shine a little bit of spotlight on them real quick. I just submitted for a conference this year. It'll be if I get accepted, 2nd year in a row that I've attended this conference. It's called IACS, the International Communication and Sport, International Association of Communication and Sport. And while it's nice that I applied to it, I got in last year. As an undergrad student, this is a graduate level conference. Not many undergrads get in. So I wanted to teach some of the underclassmen how to write these papers. And so 4 of us submitted papers to a conference in Dublin, Ireland. So if we get accepted, we will be going international and heading over to Ireland for the week of St. Patrick's Day.
That's awesome. Oh, that would be sick.
So our sports comm program is no joke.
Ireland for St. Patrick's
for
Day
a whole week.
For St. Patrick's week, probably over there. Let's be honest. It's going to be St. Patrick's week over there in Ireland, and you guys are going to have probably a pretty good party over for St. Patrick's Day.
absolutely amazing.
From what I've heard, they're big party people for St. Patrick's Day.
Another spotlight, quick spotlight for the Ferris State Sports Com program, as we had a flag down on the field. We just finished up a few weeks ago teaming up with Ferris State Hockey as well as Area 5 Special Olympics to put on one of our annual events that we title Poly Hockey, where our Area 5 Special Olympics play against the Ferris State ice hockey team. And for the 10th year in a row, Area 5 has beaten Ferris State Hockey. 10 years in a row, they hold this streak over Ferris State. 14-13 this year.
Okay, here's the thing though. I say this to all my friends because I'm not the most athletic person out of the sports I don't play. Like for the sports I don't play, I'm not super athletic with them. So they're always like giving me a little bit of stuff about it, like blah blah blah. You're not awesome. But I'm like, how about we throw on some skates? Throw on some skates, see how it goes, and then you can talk to me after that. I bet you that's exactly what Ferris players say. Throw on skates, and it'll probably be a different story.
Huge third down for the Wildcats. 3rd and 10. Oh,
almost picked off twice.
Almost picked off twice. Hit the ground. Set up a 4th and 10 with just under 7 minutes to go in this contest. 4th and 10 at the 29-yard line. You're going for it.
Yeah. You guys, you have to go. And you're also on McBain's territory, so you can go for it. It's not like you're deep in your territory. You can go for this and give yourself a chance to get a first down and get some more points on the board.
Just have some fun with it.
Yeah, this is honestly probably now playing for some pride, right?
Yep.
Playing for pride. So go out, just get some points here.
Yep.
Just anything.
Anything is good as long as I've always been against this type of parent where they say anything's good as long as you try. But right now, like with the point deficit that you're at, anything's good as long as you try and you can see the outcome, right? If you can get a positive yardage gain, get that positive yardage gain, that's fine. If you can get a first down, get that first down. If you can squeak out a touchdown, get that touchdown. But as long as that you're showing yourself, your teammates, and the fans that you're trying and you're trying to put your best effort forward, then that's all that really matters on this field, with the score being the score that it is right now. Evart just called for a timeout, returning to the line of scrimmage pretty early on after a timeout. Very short timeout for Evart. I think they just saw the defense and wanted to have a quick discussion about what they saw. Obviously 4th and 10. Big decision here for Coach Ben Bryant and Aiden Anderson's offense. Looking to pass. Pass is incomplete. No flags on the play. It will be a turnover of downs for McBain. Bobbled up after Cade tried to grab it. Bobbled up by McBain, almost back into Cade Morgan's hands. Fell to the ground before it could hit his hands. And we have 6 minutes and 48 seconds to play in this contest. McBain will be taking over on the 29-yard line. It has been an insane game. Obviously, the second half has been a lot more one-sided. Still been a great game to watch, to observe. Ramblers just fumbled it, recovered it, and then brought back in the backfield for a pretty big loss for the Ramblers. Looks like it was a loss of about 5 yards there. I want to take a quick second to thank PLM Lake and Land Management. They handle invasive plant management for more than over 40 years now. Their scientists and state-certified applicators have made it their top priority to provide the highest quality service. PLM provides you with a team of expert biologists, foresters, and managers to evaluate your environment, prioritize existing problems, and develop plans to prevent new infestations using state-of-the-art equipment. Contact Bree at 616-826-8896. Thank you, PLM Lake and Land Management, for being sponsors of the Evart Wildcats football broadcast. Huge rush up the middle there for the Ramblers, something that we've seen all night long. Setting them up 1st and 10 at Everett's 45-yard line. 5 minutes, 50 seconds left.
I'm just starting to think in my head about the pizza bagels I'm going home to. My dad had made them for me, so it's in my head. I'm really hoping that Everett can get another score before, it's my last time of the year here, so I'm hoping Everett can get another score before we go home. So,
and it looks like the Ramblers are going to go all the way for a touchdown. Add up that score. They keep on adding up to what they've already done, the damage they've been doing to the Wildcats defense in the secondary in the second half, adding these points up 63-28 right now. 1 point away from the same score that we saw last week, except Everett's been able to score this game. 4:55 to go in this fourth quarter. It's about to be 64-28 barring this extra point attempt, which will bring the total to 92 points in this contest.
All Everett has to do is score.
Score in a two-point conversion.
They'll probably go for the extra point, but it would be pretty cool if they hit the 100-point mark.
It would be...
What a way to go out for me, right? 100-point game, right? That would be pretty cool. It would be sad that they lost, though, on my last night here. It's been honestly, I'm going to be honest, it's been a disappointing season for Everett, right? But we've seen a lot of glimpses,
Seen a lot of hope.
Yes. There's been a lot of, and a lot of this offense is sophomores and juniors.
Yeah.
So there's still 2 or 3 years left of this
their season. I mean, of their career.
Yeah. So it's not like it's over for them, right?
Right.
Like you have a lot of good hope going into next year and the year after that, and possibly the year after that with Willie being here still. Here's the thing though. Big Rapids is trying to get Willie to come over there, and
really,
there's a chance.
Really, Willie.
There's a chance. There's been talk about it, but I don't know if it's true or not. But I know there's people talking about him possibly
fits the system.
Yes, it fits the system, but he's a freshman, right? And after next year, I would say Everett could possibly go downhill again. They could have a good year next year.
Yeah.
But because there's going to be a lot of experience, but after that, they might go down, and Willie might want to, he might want to try something new.
Right.
It's not that he hates Everett. Nobody hates Everett. Like, he grew up here. This is like where he grew up his whole life, right?
Yep.
But he might want to try something new with a new group, right?
4:31, 1st and 10, 20-yard line. Clock is ticking. Looks like shotgun formation for the Wildcats. Deep pass for Langworthy. Falls incomplete.
He would have been should have put it in the brag basket, though. That's what he should have done. He should have made like a bread basket with his arms and let it fall right in. Instead, he tried to catch it with his hands, a wobbly pass. So not easy to catch that one with. He should have just made a bread basket and it fell right in.
And when we say bread baskets, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't like some sort of joke we're making. When I was growing up playing football, my coaches were very insistent on us creating a bread basket by putting both of your hands together and cupping them so you can fit that football into your palms and draw it into your body. So when we say the bread basket, this is a real phrase that is used in the football world, as silly as it might sound.
As you get older, though, it's called light hands.
Yeah.
Is where they're trying to run, and the exact second that ball's there, you throw up your hands.
Yep.
The exact second that ball's there. So that's what once you get to like college and NFL, that's where they say use your light hands. Throw those hands up right at the last second.
Yep. 3:10 to go. 3rd and 10 to go. Cade Morgan is a no. Incomplete pass to Cade Morgan.
That I can deal with because I don't want to see someone get injured, because if he got that ball, that safety was right there to light him up. Because he was
there.
He was in midair, and that safety was ready to put his shoulder into him while he was in midair. So that could have ended very badly. I'm kind of glad he dropped that ball.
It's going to be a 4th and 10 for this Everett Wildcats offense. Honestly, go for it. If you get it, fresh set of downs. If you don't, I don't think McBain's going to score again. I don't think they're going to be that team. They'll probably run a play or two and then just let the clock run. Got 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in this contest.
And this FYI, Big Rapids is down 28-38 to Coopersville.
Wow.
And this is huge for Big Rapids, because if they lose this game, they might have to go to Escanaba. 6 hours away, by bus probably 7 hours away. All the way up to Escanaba, who's very good right now in Division 4. And if they end up coming back and winning this game, which would be amazing.
They host, right?
Yeah, we host. I think we host Spring Lake or Ludington.
Gotcha.
So we don't want to go up 6 hours away to Escanaba, because honestly,
make a team drive to you.
Big Rapids, it's going to be hard for Big Rapids fans to go up to Escanaba. It's 6 hours away. Nobody's going to want to go up there except for family. I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
The only people going up there for Big Rapids fans is family.
There was a turnover on downs. They did throw an incomplete pass there on 4th down. Ramblers are taking over. It is 2nd and 10 with 1 minute and 13 to go. This will probably be the last play of the game. One more rush, and then that'll be all she wrote for Cameron Miller's career here at B1039 with the Everett Wildcats team. For now, maybe a comeback later on, maybe. But
we should get to talking about doing baseball for Big Rapids.
That'd
be amazing. Because I know people want to come watch, but they're always so busy. But maybe they can listen in.
Please clean up the area around you.
So that is going to be.
They got to run one more.
One more play.
They got to run one more. Everett's calling a timeout.
Once again, if you could be mindful.
Questionable choice.
I think they should just let him run it down.
Just let it run it down.
They should start putting, I'm going to be honest, they just said put your trash in the white trash barrels. They should start putting bags in those white trash barrels.
Yes.
Because that looks like a pain in the butt to carry to the trash dumpster. I'm going to be honest.
The Wildcats are going to fall another game, this time to McBain, the number 2 team in the conference. Final score, barring McBain wanting to be, a little mean to this defense, but luckily that's what sportsmanship's for. Final score will be 64-28, totaling up to 92 points in the game, and it looks like...
I'm not a Michigan State fan.
Go ahead and tell us the news.
Michigan State just beat the number 1 team in the country 4-2 at Boston University.
Great.
And here, I'm a Michigan fan. Michigan was down 2-1 at the end of the first period. Ended up winning 10-2.
10-2 is wild.
Michigan hockey is good.
Oh, they've been fantastic.
So is Michigan State. So it's amazing. I want to go watch that game this year.
That is going to do it for McBain, for Evert. 64 Ramblers, 28 Wildcats here at Wildcat Stadium. Everett fell apart.
Getting a kid that hasn't scored yet, getting him a touchdown.
My apologies. We thought they were just going to run another short play. That is going to be another touchdown for McBain.
You could see the whole sideline go nuts, and I know why, because that kid probably hasn't scored a touchdown. He's probably a freshman. Like, they wanted to get him a touchdown, right? And they did. You could see everybody on the field jump. You could see everybody on the sideline jump.
We had our fans over here jumping, cheering.
Nuts. So it was obviously a kid that probably has not scored yet, and they wanted to get him a touchdown.
It's going to be number 20 for the Ramblers, Jack Guild, my apologies, on the touchdown.
What year is he?
He's a junior.
Holy smokes.
And it still went through. It was blocked and still went through.
That was a high kick.
So with that, the final score will be 71 Ramblers, 28 Wildcats, 1 point away from hitting the 100.
You never know. Everett could get a kick return for a touchdown right here.
Listen, give me Willie. Give me Willie. That would be absolutely fantastic. Like we said, Wildcats will fall one more time to a very tough McBain team. Very harsh second half for the Wildcats defense. McBain and the Ramblers
got tired.
They had a very heavy first half. You get tired quickly. You don't have a lot of guys that can play, your defense. So you need both your guys playing both sides of the ball. I played both ends of the ball. I was a defensive back and a wide receiver back in my old days. It's not easy to play one position for a whole game, let alone two. It
helps that Big Rapids has the depth we do. It helps a lot.
And kick return will be all flag on the field. Time has expired. 71 Ramblers, 28 Wildcats. 0 seconds left in the game. 99 points put up between the two teams. Wildcats falling, tough McBain team. On to Harrison next week. Unfortunately, we are with Cameron Miller next week against Harrison. Without Cameron Miller next week. We will hopefully have some special guests. For sure, my good friend Devin from the SportsCom program. Hopefully Jimmy will make his triumphant return.
Hey, John, it's great being with you. Thank you so much for this. This has been awesome.
It's been a pleasure, Cam.
Thank you, B1039. Thank you, Everett Football, for everything. This has been an amazing opportunity for me, and I am beyond thankful for this.
It's been great.
Grateful, too. Beyond thankful and grateful.
Yes.
Unbelievably. Just thank you so much.
It's been a great season with you, Cam. You're going to do great next weekend. You're going to kick some butt, and
hopefully win the state title.
Hopefully win the state title. That's the goal.
That's the goal next weekend, is to win a state title, and I was close my 8th grade year. We came up short in the state title game, so hopefully next week we can come out with the state title win. And I can text you.
Yes.
We'll be able to announce
Keep me updated, and we'll keep everyone else updated at home. That's going to do it here for us on B1039, the home of your Everett Wildcats. Next week, we will be home for our final game of the season, Harrison, 6:45 pregame. Do me a favor, love someone this week. It's a lot easier to love than hate. We need a lot more love in the country right now. Be great, be fantastic, be you. Come back here next week for the final game of the season. Have a great week, everybody.
Your local family-owned dealer for tractors, implements, and more is Burnup's Equipment Company with 8 convenient locations, including Big Rapids, Breckenridge, Coopersville, Dorr, Hudson, Nashville, Three Rivers, and Wyatt, Indiana. Burnup's offers more than just tractors, from mowers and snow blowers to combines, plus parts, expert service, and fully stocked hardware stores. Backed by a dedicated team, they're proud to support our communities and proud to be a broadcast sponsor of the Everett Wildcats. Your friends at Lang Mechanical join all of us in hoping for an Everett football victory. If you want your heating and cooling system to be a winner all year long, get in touch with Lang Mechanical, day or night. 231-388-0632. And go Wildcats!
B1039 has been proud to bring you Everett Wildcat football. Our coverage is brought to you by these local sponsors: Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures, Lang Mechanical Heating and Cooling, AJ's Event Center, PLM Lake and Land Management, Molly Cataldo at Edward Jones in Everett, Burnup's Equipment Company, Northland Area Federal Credit Union, Worth Landscaping, and Big Rapids Roofing. We encourage you to patronize all of our local sponsors and tell them you heard their message on B1039. And now, back to